family has received those funds, and whatever you can do. If everybody do a little, nobody has to do a lot.
The movement continues.
Did you ever think that you would be in this position right now where your daughter would have some way lose her life?
I didn't want to believe it. All the times I called, sometimes the phone would ring and ring and ring for days. I didn't want to know that she had successfully committed suicide.
What are some of the conditions in the jail that got people upset, like the living conditions on a day-to-day basis?
We'll come out our cell at 11 o'clock in the morning. We'll get food and we'll get medication. So that shortens the time. Out of those 2 hours, we'll probably get an hour out, and then we'll have to lock back down. And by lock back down, I mean we staying in our cell. We get fed in our cell. We don't come out our cell at all, and that's pretty much the biggest problem. Like, they simply say that they're short-staffed, but that's not enough because they knew that they were going to be short-staffed. Like, this has been a problem for over 2 years now.
The marathon continues.
There's never been a better time to make change in the city of Milwaukee, starting with the youth. And we talked about the housing. Willie Hines, y'all boy Willie Hines, and they trying to change the leadership over there. We got our hands full, and it's not the time. But we got attorney B. Ivy Lamar on the lines right now, calling from the courthouse. How you doing, attorney B. Ivy Lamar?
Hey, what's going on, Tory? I'm good, man. Happy to be here.
Joining me on the line, Dr. Umar Johnson. How you doing, brother, Dr. Umar Johnson?
Peace and Pan-Africanism, good brother, Black Power, to all my brothers and sisters in Milwaukee, Kenosha, Green Bay, Racine, and across the state of Wisconsin.
Yo, peace, King. I'm going to stand with you and walk with you, brother.
God bless you.
Because I think it's an important thing, what you're doing, and you need to have the support of the community. Regardless if we live in these areas or not, it all affects us in one way or shape or form.
It's time for that action and all the smoke. This is the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association award-winning Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and streaming live on YouTube.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, wow.
Man, best show in the world, bro. You got the best show in the world. Hope you know that, man.
God bless you, brother. I appreciate that.
Speak up to you both. Thank you so much. Tory, you spoke to my kids. Liz, you did too. But you spoke to my kids, and when I tell you both that they was talking about what we did earlier that morning all day, that's literally what they was doing. They was talking about it all day. My son was just hollering, awesome. Where's Tory? Like,
tell Tony, all aboard. It's okay to jump on the love train.
I'm not jumping on the love train.
We might got a couple seats left. left.
Listen, he ain't going to be, Jordan Love will not be the starter in 5 years.
Trash. That's a trash.
That's just my take.
Now you're trying to string it out.
I know that ain't who I think it is.
Well, I'll need some apologies from the staff of 101.7.
Oh, wow. Wait a minute. I think the line's messing up. Hey, Eddie. Oh, I guess something happened with Eddie.
Hush up, boy.
And they have an agenda. And the agenda is a satanic one. I don't know why people don't talk about it. You can't talk.
Yo! They just empty.
I want to make sure that I let you know that to hear a person and have a person like you in this community, the way that you are selfless, the way that you give, even when your cup is not even full, you are filling other people's cups. And that just inspires me to make sure that I help you the best way that I can by doing my part.
As always, my good brother, stay cool, stay calm.
Now, live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is the king of talk radio, Tory Lowe.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready. 101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show, live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue, and I'm here for the action. And I want all the smoke.
Who wants the smoke today?
Salute to all my brothers and sisters on the front lines. The marathon continues.
The movement continues.
How you doing, DJ Brother Z?
It's Thursday.
And how y'all doing out there in Radio Land? Truth Nation. Hey, look, thank you for joining me this April 3rd, 2025. We got another powerful show for you today. So I'm going to need y'all to open up your ears, okay? Now, look, we got a guest in the studio, really not a guest, really one of our sister stations, reporter and anchors from 620 Radio News. And Sean is in the building. Sean, I've been talking about this lead. And Sean is here to explain what's going on with the lead crisis, because they're claiming that it's a crisis. I'm seeing in the headlines it's a crisis. I've been saying it's a crisis, but some people don't think it's a big deal.
Well, it certainly is a big deal, Tory. I mean, this thing started back in January when we heard of high levels of lead at Golda Meir Lower Campus, Fernwood Montessori. There have been more than 4 schools that have closed down and then have reopened due to there being massive amounts of lead in those schools. So right now there are still 3 schools that are closed that are going through lead remediation. Mm-hmm. Those are Fernwood Montessori, Starnes Early Childhood Learning Center, and La Follette School. Currently, they are just working nonstop since spring break began to alleviate those lead levels at those schools. But from a press conference today between the Milwaukee Health Department and Milwaukee Public Schools, we've learned that the director of facilities, Sean Kane, is no longer working with MHD and MPS with remediating lead dust.
He's no longer an employee, or he's no longer working with the lead?
The way the school district has stated, Mr. Kane has officially been separated from Milwaukee Public Schools.
Okay, so he's not working with MPS anymore.
Yes,
because sometimes you got to be careful, like because he stuck around without the right credentials for. Well, I guess he had to renew his credentials, but there was a huge story in the Milwaukee Journal where he kept signing off that he had the credential, but he really didn't renew his credential.
No, during July of last year, Mr. Kane did not properly submit. He did not properly submit paperwork to get his credentials done. Mm-hmm. State agency found that out, realized that he did not have the proper credentials that was needed to run director of facilities for Milwaukee Public Schools. In doing so, they have fined Mr. Kane $1,300. Mm-hmm. Now, more than 400 families at Milwaukee Public Schools have asked for Mr. Kane's removal, and I guess the Milwaukee Public Schools finally decided to have him separate from the school district as of today.
How much does he get paid for that position? Is that
I'm not that
80,000, 90, 100?
I'm not that well versed in terms of how many people and how much is getting paid. I really don't have those numbers.
Because it seems like he stuck around and got a check, even without the credential, and even saying that he had them, as far as him writing RA on his signatures or whatever he was signing.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like misleading.
It is misleading. He had led he was the lead director of facilities for MPS for 25 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So this is just because, he did not properly renew his license. And I think with just the fallout of, how this school district has not properly maintained its buildings with lead dust remediation, it's just gone to a point where I think the school district is looking at options of moving forward at this time as it works to contain this crisis.
Sean, I'll say this. When it comes to kids and lead poison, why wouldn't this matter be taken extremely serious, knowing the damage that it causes
in youth.
There is no safe amount of lead that should be allowed into a child's bloodstream, period. Now, from what we've learned today with this press conference, Mike Totorius, head of the Milwaukee Health Department, commissioner of the Milwaukee Health Department, talked with the media today, and he pretty much said that, throughout the past few months, members from the federal government, the CDC, have been working with MHD and MPS in terms of giving them advice, efforts on how to remediate schools. They have been extremely helpful with helping clean and remove lead dust from Milwaukee Public Schools. Mike Totorius told us today that as of Tuesday, those employees are no longer working with MPS or MHD because the federal government just removed all of those positions due to sweeping, removal of positions across the entire federal government.
Right.
Quote unquote Doge. They got doged.
They got doged.
Yes.
Hey.
And from what we just learned, Mike Totorius talked with our midday afternoon show. He's pretty much learned that with the fallout of, those employees being fired, he's learned that there are no lead experts at the CDC nationally.
So with that being said, with the crisis that's going on, what were they actually doing when they were there?
So they are there to help assist, give advice, give the instruction to MPS, MHD on what would be the best way to remove lead dust. That includes, cleaning the floors, making sure that the floors are properly sealed, doing all these steps to make sure that there is no high enough content level of lead dust that a child could ingest.
So is it they're concentrating on the lead dust, or is this a lead lateral issue?
This is both lead lateral and lead dust, because lead dust accumulates from lead that has disintegrated. So we're talking like if any building that is built pre-1978, there's going to be lead in it.
Right.
And MPS has more than 100 buildings built before that time.
So a couple weeks ago, there were a bunch of students tested for lead. I think I said over a weekend, probably 250.
Yeah.
So what were the results from those tests?
So there was less than 10 students that showed possible higher levels. They're not giving an exact number. I understand why they're not, just to protect students.
Right.
You definitely need to protect those students. From what they've said, they have not found as high levels from these tests that was completed at Bradley Tech 2 weekends ago. 249 were screened properly, and from what they've learned, less than 5% showed up with elevated lead levels. And they have been able to connect those dots, figuring out that none of those who have tested with high blood lead levels were connected to any of the MPS schools.
So it was kind of like something from home.
It was something from home. It could have been a mix, but it is not exclusively through the schools.
Well, we know, because this is not the first time lead has been a hot topic.
No.
Over the years, I've seen lead rise to the front of the media, and then fall. Then a child will get a test of high lead levels, then it'll rise back in front of the media. When do we finally tackle the ideal of lead laterals and completely just start really removing and dealing with it with urgency?
I think you really have to break it down from who is properly leading the district, who is running the facilities properly. If you have the right people and you have the right practices, and if you're doing the right thing, I believe you can easily get rid of lead if you follow a certain amount of steps. Now, I'm not sure what's been going on with MPS. They've definitely been going through a lot of changes since they've hired Dr. Brenda Cassellius, and I believe that she is trying to do everything to the best of her ability to alleviate this situation.
Well, I'll say this. We're going to keep me updated, Sean, because this is an issue that I've been fighting for years. definitely with the lead laterals, definitely with how they're handling the paint and all of that. And I think that many times when you look at other townships like Madison, how they approach this situation, and you look at Milwaukee and other townships, how they're approaching this situation, it seems like we're still behind.
Yeah.
And really just tackling it head on.
If parents want to learn more about how MPS and MHD are continuing their lead remediation process, they will have an open house on April 10th online, in which parents will have 90 seconds to talk with MPS officials, and then MPS will give an answer to the best of their ability. So be sure to check that out in order to get more information on how this process is moving forward.
Any information that you think the community should know right now?
If you are living in a house that was built pre-1978, check with the city to see, like, hey, could you possibly send someone over to see if there's lead? And if there is lead in my building, what can I do to alleviate possible lead exposure to my child?
Well, I appreciate you for being on top of this, because this is something that's important to the community. I say this last situation seems like to be the last straw, when you got the federal ideas getting involved in what's going on right here in Milwaukee when it comes to lead.
Right. I'm not sure where we go from here, because once you remove, the people that are in charge federally of monitoring lead, it leads to a whole can of worms.
So the issue doesn't move to another department? Do they refer it over to another department, or do they just don't have anyone?
They just don't have anyone.
Oh, wow. Well, I'll say this. This has been going on for a while, and if they were there this whole time, I can't feel sorry for them. Like, if this has been going on for years and years, and now all of a sudden they're gone and they want me to feel bad about it, I don't know. I just don't know how to feel about that. I just don't know if the right communications were being applied when they had the opportunity a couple years ago when they talked about it. We talked about it many times, and I say, if they're not there, maybe, were they really doing the job of really trying to mediate a lot of this? I don't know. I haven't seen it. I just see it get worse.
Right. I think the main thing to learn from here is that when you remove these federal entities, these federal employees, it really goes to show how important federal workers are, especially within our communities. If you're talking about, cutting back on funding, you really should be investing more in funding, because if you add more staff, more people, especially for lead remediation cases, that protects community members. That helps engage more with the community members.
I would love to talk to the CDC, somebody from CDC, because my thoughts are, when we talked about it, I think I'm even in a documentary, a nationwide documentary on lead poison about 7-8 years ago. And it had a lot of people coming around, and now we're right back at ground zero. That's what I'm saying. Like, still no progress. So do we get a new ideal in here? Do we try to get something that can work? To me, that's what I haven't seen nothing that really improved the situation.
The best way we could possibly move forward is to get more people trained on lead.
I agree.
Lead experts. And if the federal government will not help, given that they fired all their lead experts, you need to start investing more in the community, especially in local governments, to have someone available, to have an expert there.
I agree.
So
I agree.
Yeah, so we'll just see where this goes from here. But as of right now, lead in Milwaukee and Milwaukee Public Schools, it's up to the community and community leaders to step up and really, help out and hire the people that are experts in their field to help.
I agree.
To help people out.
Well, thank you, Sean, for coming through. Sean, he's a part of the 620 WTMJ News Report and Anchor team. Very powerful. And look, next time we have a discussion on this, I definitely, if you get any updates on this, I would love for you to continue to keep us updated, because you're in there on the front lines asking those hard questions.
Absolutely.
Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you, Tory.
All right. when we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversations. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
And that's Tory Lowe, bringing you all the action and all the smoke. Milwaukee Black Talk.
And Joe Biden wasn't very controversial. He wasn't. Now, he might have done some things in his long, storied past, but if you all have been in the same line of work for 46 years, you probably have done some questionable things too. Joe Biden was a safe choice. He was a level of common sense. He was a level of stability. He was a familiar political commodity. Democrats don't have that right now. Democrats are caught with their pants completely down.
Listen to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Finding stable housing shouldn't be a struggle. The Milwaukee Rental Housing Resource Center connects renters, property owners, and partners to the resources they need, whether it's rental assistance, legal aid, mediation, or tenant education. No matter what your situation is, you do not have to go at it alone. Get assistance today by visiting renthelpmke.org. That is renthelpmke.org, or stop by their office at 728 North James Lovell Street in Milwaukee. At the Milwaukee Rental Housing Resource Center, they are here for all your housing needs.
How much does it cost to talk to Gruber Law Offices after a serious crash? It's free. Yes, free. As in, it won't cost you anything to speak with us. Not sure if you have a case? Call our team at Gruber Law Offices today. Your first call and your first consultation are always free. And you'll never pay us a fee until we win your case. If you've been seriously injured, call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
It's 101.7 The Truth. Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. There's lots of buzz surrounding the draft, but you won't find one seeping through Pella's windows and doors. In fact, you should make Pella your number one pick, because right now you can take advantage of no interest financing options or free glass upgrades as long as you order by April 30th. Make a statement by adding Pella's architectural interest inside and out with maximum design flexibility. Their talented designers and installers can match your unique home through dramatic sizes, custom colors, finishes, profiles, product types, and more. Along with durable and distinguished details, all Pella products stand the test of time, which is why they confidently offer the best wood warranty in the industry. Don't miss out on no interest financing options or free glass upgrades at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Certain restrictions apply, and the deal ends April 30th, so place your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Here at the new 101.7 The Truth, we aim to be a staple in Milwaukee's Black community. We are committed to partnering with local organizations and supporting Black-owned businesses. We are proud to call Milwaukee our city and promise to be a positive reflection of our community. We look forward to celebrating Black culture and excellence with you every day as we make history and continue to uplift the voices in our city. Join us for the journey at the new 101.7 The Truth, founded by Gruber Law Offices. Milwaukee Black Talk.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Hey, yo, bad play.
Hey, I just went by to watch with a whole lot of diamonds to show I these my time. Took a trip out to Cali to hang with the Chris, make a play and get high off that Zaza. I say R.I.P. Kobe, it's so fly when I ball out, where I skydive. So much chicken on me, could've went by the Williams, the Rudy's a big Popeye. In a whole different bracket, this life is immaculate.
101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. Hey, we got the lead crisis going on. Salute to Sean Brenda from 620 WTMJ coming in, giving us an update from the front lines. I'll say this, when I deal with these situations, when it comes to lead, it's personal because I deal with these things. I had to go and sit in homes where kids were truly messed up and the families were trying to figure it out. And I deal with victims and families with children with high lead levels. I've done this for years. It's one of my areas that I deal with. And so when we get any breaking news, I love to bring it on the show because in real time so we can hear what's actually going on out here when it comes to lead. Because a lot of people don't, in our community, when we talk about lead, it's almost like, oh, okay. But really, if you're wondering why people are acting, a certain way, it could be a chemical imbalance, And I'll say this, when I was observing Webster Middle School, it was a couple years back, and all the kids used to fight every day at Webster, Come to find out that they had the highest lead level out of all the schools inside of Webster, the old Webster Middle School. And the kids would fight every day, go crazy in the school. And so I went up there and I was like, this is like almost like a movie almost. But then when it came out that school building had a high lead level count in the school, it explained a lot. And a lot of times y'all got to get right into it and do some research when it comes to behavior and a massive amount of people doing certain behaviors. If a massive amount of people are acting a certain way, you got to check for chemical ideas too, chemical imbalances too. You know what I mean? When we was coming up, we had one or two class clowns, people that had to go in the other room. Teacher would come in, they would act crazy, they were seeing one or two kids, everybody else was trying to learn. But what I'm seeing now is it's more people that are trying to distract. And then I say, okay, this is like this is a huge difference. So what is the problem? It's got to be something else extra going on. Well, look, with that being said, I got good news. I found out this yesterday, but I guess this has always been in the emails, I guess, DJ Brothers. I guess it was in the email. Okay, I guess, I didn't see it. But the Tory Lowe Show is up for a Wisconsin Broadcast Association Award for Best Radio Show in the state of Wisconsin. Hey, that's what I'm talking about, DJ Brothers Z. We made it on the list.
We outside.
We made it in the conversation. Hey, we already won Hard News, which is tough to get. Best interview, continuing coverage. What else? Whatever. We got a lot of them. But now it's time to get that best show. And I guess when we go to the WBAs this year, we up for 3. The show is up for 3 ideas. DJ Brother Z. Good work, DJ Brother Z. See, that's why I like DJ Brother Z. He submitted the stories, and now we get to go up to the big one, the Wisconsin Broadcast Association, and see if we can win the best show. This is the first time I've been put in the best show. Like since my first year of doing radio, when I was just trying to figure it all out. So this was my first time being placed in the best show idea since my first year of radio. And I was just trying to get used to it, get used to the frequency, get used to being on the radio my first year, trying to introduce my ideas. And now this is the first time I was submitted into the best show since my first year. And boom, we right on it. We right on top of it. So hopefully we have good news once we get out of the WBAs. I might come up there with my belt. DJ Brother Z, we may have to come up with the tag team titles. We may have to come up there with the belts like Demolition, like the Road Warriors. Hey, that's what's happening then. Hey, look. Oh, well, we got somebody calling in, DJ Brother Z. I don't know. We didn't open up the line. But if they got something interesting to say before we run the break, I'll bring them through. But like I said, once again, the Tory Lowe Show has been nominated for the best show in the state of Wisconsin. I just wanted to thank Truth Nation for, all the work that we do out here in the community. We got the cleanup coming. We got things that we got to do this year. We had the community awards at the top of the year. Now we got the cleanup, and we got people registering their families. It's looking powerful, DJ Brother Z. The registration, don't forget, go to truthcommunitycleanup.com to register your family. to come out and have fun. This is a part of teaching the youth how to serve. You know, a lot of times people tell people to get the bag. Go get the bag. But they don't teach people how to serve their community, to be a servant to the community, to advocate, to be a resource. This is what this is about. This is an education for the youth. They show them the other stuff, the glitz, the glamour, the glitter. You know, they show them that, the hustle. But they don't teach them how to serve and give back. And this is very important, because a child is not taught how to give back and serve the community won't even see the need to even do it, okay? So we got examples out here of people that are working on the front lines. Get the kids out, get them out to the cleanup. They got cousin subs. Everybody that registers for the last location will be counting into having the cousin subs. So make sure that we do this. It's going to be powerful, Truth Nation. Let's keep up the great work. And like I said, when I win it, y'all win too, because we in this together. Hey, look, when we come back, we had a Pop Culture Report, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
At U.S. Cellular, we believe loyalty is never a one-way street, so we love finding new ways to say thank you to our customers. This is why we're hosting Us Days again. It's our exclusive in-store event to celebrate you, our loyal customers, with unique offers for everyone. Visit our stores during Us Days until April 23rd to take advantage of offers up to $1,200 off of any smartphone and up to $500 off of any tablet. This is the perfect time to upgrade. Come into any U.S. Cellular store for more details. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
Did you know that Wisconsin has a new, quick, and free online tax filing tool called IRS Direct File? Direct File is changing how people file their taxes and bringing more money into our state through the federal Earned Income Tax Credit and Child Tax Credit. File your federal and state taxes online directly with the IRS from your smartphone or computer. On average, file in less than 1 hour. Available in English and Spanish. Visit directfile.irs.gov to see if you're eligible. Sponsored by United Way of Wisconsin.
It's time for Truth Takes, a thought-provoking commentary on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Here is Carrie Noni with her truth.
You know, sometimes the mundane isn't a burden, it's the beauty of living. I came to this conclusion after recently watching the movie Subservience on Netflix. It's a crazy film, y'all. I would suggest you check it out. But it's a story that explores our relationship with technology and how it's programmed to take our burdens away. This movie really got me thinking about how much we're wired to avoid struggle. We create tools and shortcuts to make life easier, whether it's robots, apps, or even outsourcing everyday tasks. But in the process, we risk forgetting the value of the little things we go through every day. Sure, folding laundry or grocery shopping might feel like chores. I literally dread cleaning up. But isn't there something grounding about them? Something that reminds us we're human. Life isn't just about the highlights or the easy parts. It's about the messy, repetitive, and sometimes inconvenient stuff too. Think about it. Who would you be if you didn't have to face the small frustrations that test your patience, or the routines that push you to show up for yourself or the people around you? The mundane moments, the ones we rush to escape, are often the ones that shape us. If life was nothing but convenience, where's the growth? Where's the grit that teaches us resilience? And most importantly, where's the appreciation for the moments that do take our breath away? So maybe the next time you find yourself annoyed by the daily grind and are on the brink of crashing out, you pause, you breathe, and remind yourself that the beauty of life isn't just in the big moments, but in every little thing that makes them possible.
This has been Truth Takes on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Listen to Jammin' with Juice with Ben Jammin' and Carrie Noni weekdays from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Snide. After starting the season 0-4, the Milwaukee Brewers have now won 2 straight games, including a series win over the Royals on Wednesday, thanks to a walk-off bunt single from Bryce Terrain in the bottom of the 11th inning.
First pitch, bunting it up the first baseline. It's a good bunt. Racing home is done. He will score. Bryce Terrain gets the job done, and the Brewers walk off the Royals on this Wednesday afternoon. And the crew, after dropping Game 1 on Monday, have won the series against Kansas City.
The 2-4 Milwaukee Brewers now will welcome in the Cincinnati Reds to begin a 4-game series. Tonight's first pitch set for 6:40. And lastly, over to the NBA, where the Milwaukee Bucks will be on the road in Philly to take on the 76ers. Tip-off is set for 6 p.m. This sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, at 1017thetruth.com. Truth Nation, it's time to start jamming with juice. This is the Pop Culture Report with Carrie Noni and Ben Jammin on the Tory Lowe Show. Tap in to see what's trending today on Pop Culture Report.
Seven The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. Pop Culture Report brought to you by Benjamin.
It is amazing.
And Carrie Noni Juice World.
Oh yeah. I was keeping it juicy, y'all.
What's happening then? Hey, Brewer Girl.
That me. I got a game today, so
yeah,
I'm going from here.
Brew Crew.
That is true. That is 100% right now. That's 100% right now. Yeah. So I had to get ready for it before I go. But how are y'all doing? I feel like I haven't seen you in a minute, Tory.
Yeah, it does feel like I haven't seen you in a long time.
Probably a whole week. Because we were here last week, Thursday.
Oh. I don't know.
And you weren't here Tuesday.
I wasn't. But I know that you are the host.
Yes.
I see how this is going. I get it.
I don't know. I got it. I don't know. I'm lost.
Okay. You funny, dog.
All good. So in recent news, if you guys don't know what's been going on in hip-hop lately, there's been a lot of different scenarios happening, whether we're talking about Kanye West, Young Thug, or this new situation that has been happening and unfolding with Lil Baby. So if you guys do not know, Lil Baby has been in the headlines down there in ATL. And it's not for his rapping. Well, kind of so for. Dang. But basically, they are trying to hit Lil Baby with a RICO case. Basically because he went down, shot a music video in a rival gang's territory, and ultimately 2 young gentlemen end up losing their lives because of him shooting the music video down there. So now they're trying to plant this on Lil Baby.
Wait a minute, how long ago was that? Wasn't that a while ago?
This was like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, this was maybe
I talked about
a month and a half ago.
Yeah, I did it in. I usually wait for the Pop Culture Report, but when rappers end up on the regular news, it's hard news at that point.
Right.
Dang, I must be out the loop. I must be thinking of a different situation that happened with Lil Baby. I don't know how long ago, but they said a similar situation happened, but it wasn't by his music video shoot at all. It was on a whole different location, and they were trying to pin it on him because they were saying it was in close proximity.
You see, Zach, do you remember what I said? I said exactly what Carrie Noni just said, and she just reiterated and regurgitated.
Did you hear what I said? I said I might be thinking about something completely different.
But you're not. We're talking about the same scenario.
But I feel like it was months ago, and y'all are saying it happened just a couple weeks ago.
It is what it is. Okay. So anyway, all right. The gruesome murder of Keontae Davis last Friday, March 28th, brought all of this to head. All right. Davis was neck deep in the legal drama surrounding. It just popped up.
Oh, wow. Where is this from?
Oh, this is allhiphop.com.
Allhiphop.com.
Who's the author?
Yes. You got a problem with that, Juice?
No, I just was wondering where you got it from. Allhiphop.com.
Well, I'll say this. Lately, there's been a lot of artists in court, And for the last couple years, I'm seeing an explosion of these young artists either being charged with setting somebody up, RICO for doing something. It's like they're in court consistently, right? And this is where the game is going. I mean, if you can't be a rapper now unless you got a court case, almost. I mean, it's just crazy right now.
Ben, you better get one.
Nah, man. I have my trials and tribulations. I ain't with none of that.
Trials.
All right. All I'm saying is, man, it is a waste of time.
You need a nemesis. That's what you need. You need somebody to be against you, so both of y'all can sell records. Yeah. You
know
need
what?
some beef.
I will throw this out there though. Y'all know I got a doppelganger. I got a doppelganger named Benjamin Hooks.
Oh.
I got a doppelganger named Benjamin Hooks. He's actually in jail currently right now, and I think he's doing like 25 to life.
Oh, wow. Does he look like you though?
Somewhat.
Or he just has your name?
He somewhat looks like me. He has a middle name though. I don't have.
See, I thought a doppelganger means they look like you. That's not what a doppelganger is.
He does look like me though. Like I've actually been arrested because of this gentleman before, because they thought I was him.
Because y'all look alike. So he got a beard and stuff with hazel eyes?
He doesn't have hazel eyes, and this is before Ben
like
had a beard.
Oh, okay.
You think I look like a teddy bear?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Anyway, yeah, so if I did have a nemesis or something like that, maybe he could be my arch rival. I don't know. Maybe he's in there rapping right now. I don't know, but what he went down for, I don't want to ever be a part of, okay? That's all I know.
So you looked it up. You tried to figure out who this guy was.
Nah, bro, because I was really falsely arrested back in like 2013, bro. I got thrown out the car because they thought that I was.
They threw you on the ground?
Yeah, bro. Well, I ain't gonna say they threw me on the ground, but they did arrest me. I was on the side of the curb. I was arrested. I was on the side of the curb, and they really went through a whole thorough investigation trying to figure out if I was this Benjamin Hooks or not. And turns out I wasn't, but they still took me to jail anyway for some other stuff. Anyway, neither here nor there. All right, it does just seem, it does seem to be though, Tory, that being a rapper today is pretty dangerous because you're either gonna be dead or wind up in jail. You need to have like a clean cut background or something like that, like a Drake or a Tyler the Creator to really get it, or like Kendrick Lamar.
Just be. I agree with that. Just be clean, bro. Like it's really not that difficult.
But a lot of people,
if you come from that life, you know what I mean?
Yeah. They try to sell that content of drama to make it,
which is whack.
And when you use drama to get on top, you got to always watch your back.
Right, 100%.
That's true because basically, if that is your foundation is drama, then you got to keep on selling drama to sell records. It's kind of like the Tekashi 6ix9ine type of deal, right? Like Tekashi 6ix9ine came in off the drama, so he had to continue to go with the drama until he spiraled out. And it's unfortunate. I mean, hell, even like Kodak
He actually finna make a Tekashi coming back with another album.
Yeah, I saw him with his antics.
Right.
It's just, and speaking of antics, Kanye West,
here we go.
Are we really still on the Kanye train?
Are you really still on the Kanye train? That's really the question because you the one who be compromised over him and Diddy.
Well, when it comes down to Kanye, man, I'm always trying to figure out what's going on in the gentleman's mind, but it seems to me that he wants to just kind of somewhat ruin his legacy, so to speak.
Do you feel like he has officially been canceled? Because I know you used to always say he can never be canceled because his fan base ain't gonna cancel him.
There you go. I don't think Kanye West can ever be canceled. Like I even think that whole idea of cancel culture is over.
I think that cancel culture is watered down. It's trash. Yeah, it has no meaning anymore.
Well, I guess maybe
it's weaponized now, and people are realizing that people are weaponizing these cultures to and bending for agendas.
Well, maybe I'm not necessarily saying cancel culture. Maybe we should change it to like holding people accountable culture. So do you think that? So do you think that his fan base is now trying to hold him accountable to the things he's doing and saying? Because that's how I personally feel.
Okay,
like they might not necessarily be canceling him, because I bet you if he drops another album, because he did drop an album, Bully. I don't know why people keep telling me he didn't drop it. He definitely dropped an album named Bully. But
he dropped like last week or
exactly. But just on like YouTube, your platform, YouTube, where you get your music from.
There you go.
But I just feel like maybe his fan base isn't canceling him, but they are like, man, I want to hold you accountable to what you are saying and what you are doing. Like being in a whole KKK leather outfit with a swastika bust down necklace.
Right.
Like, come on now. What are you doing? So I will say that people are confused and they're hurt, and his fan base, and they just want to hold him accountable to figure out what is truly going on with you. So yeah, he might not be canceled, but they definitely are trying to hold him accountable.
Interesting.
Well, I'll say that Kanye, his last interview where he had the antics of the KKK, it just seems like he's trying to get at well, I'm gonna just say it. He's trying to get at a certain race of people, or Jewish or KKK members. He's trying to focus his energy on attacking them, and his excuse is that they're the ones behind the music that we're listening to that's destroying our community.
Right.
So he's trying to make I can see where he's trying to go with it, but I think that many times Kanye West is so misunderstood, and his logic is so according to what he's dealing with that we don't even see.
It's just not hitting how he probably
what
thought
I'm saying
it
is
would've.
we don't see. He's in these rooms, and if he said Jim Jones set him up for a meeting where Jim Jones got paid $2 million for the guy to meet with Kanye West. So when you're on that level where somebody would pay
$2 million
just to meet you, he's probably in rooms where he's seeing things, and he's probably upset about things that we'll never see. And so the way he's displaying it to us looks crazy.
Right.
He just looks like a caricature of himself now. That's really what it seems like to me.
Or maybe he's just trying to get the ball rolling with other people to join him.
I think that we would have joined. I believe we would have joined him by now. I don't think we're joining him. I think we're just watching him, because
right now
you don't see a bunch of people saying I want to copy Kanye West. Because think about it. If he came out with the black, you don't see a bunch of social media content creators doing that kind of content.
Not yet.
Or you don't see them putting on the swastika or nothing like that.
Not yet.
Well, what I'm saying is people are not really looking at Kanye West like they want to mimic him. They're just watching.
Yeah, because at one point in time, Kanye West was like the person that influenced you to want to actually start making your own beats. You wanted to start being able to be the producer rapper.
Right.
You know, that was his influence then, and they even wanted to address it a certain way because of Kanye. But nowadays, it's kind of like, I really want to.
I think he's doing it in a different way, though. Obviously, we're not understanding fully what he's trying to put down because it's not hitting how we want it to.
Think he understands.
However, I think what he's trying to do is he wants to rile up people to eventually push back on the label narrative even more, and eventually be like, man, I am sick of, the labels doing this, and I am sick of it being owned by yada yada yada, and I want to push back against that narrative.
Right.
I don't think it'll happen right now, but maybe in the future, because I feel like in his head he thinks he's a leader and he's always ahead of the curve. So once it becomes like cool to kind of down what he's doing right now and down the same things that he is downing, I think that's when it'll become more popular. And I don't think people will do like the KKK fits and things like that, but the narrative of we don't want these people to be owning our stuff like this anymore and like making us do stuff we don't necessarily want to do. I think it'll definitely be a revolution
that's a good
to
message.
that.
I think that's a positive message, but the way he's going about it,
it's trash.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of the way he's going about it. But I think that what he's saying is valid many times because he's in rooms and in conversations and seeing more than we'll probably ever see on his level. So maybe since we're not dealing with things or issues on his level, we are behind.
Right.
Because we don't see it.
And we don't resonate or relate to it.
That's so it's like, think about it. If we were actually following Kanye West, a lot of people would be doing with his antics, because it's a guy on the internet that's exploding, that fitness dude that's running.
Oh, her guy.
Yeah. Who's that guy that
Ashton Hall.
Yeah, Ashton Hall. You like Ashton Hall, yeah.
I don't like him, but make sure you guys follow my YouTube. I did a whole case study on Ashton Hall. It's no
case study on Ashton Hall.
Yeah, I did.
Because he's just a fitness trainer.
I did a case study.
Yeah, you like him.
That's
I did a case study.
This is nobody. This is a fitness guy.
Y'all need to watch the video.
He's
and
running.
I explained
Maybe
how.
Ben, we need to get you one running in slow motion and dipping your face in ice and lemonade.
Right, doing the
ice water and lemonade.
I'm just saying, y'all gotta watch my video, fam. Because there are things that I said we can all take away, especially influencers and content creators, but we can take away from Ashton Hall. That's what my video was about. So check it out on Noni Juice on YouTube.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He's more influential than Kanye West right now. Like, he's got everybody copying
Definitely
him.
Trending right now.
So that's why I say nobody's really trying to copy Kanye West.
Man, that man, I say yet. Because he's even trying to make people comfortable with the F word again. Like, you know how many times he done said that F word?
I've actually heard a couple people say the F word now. Tyler from Kanye,
just saying,
Eminem.
I think
I think the gay community is getting used to it.
He's trying to get the ball rolling or something.
Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have more Pop Culture Report. Truth Nation, stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation, Gruber Law Offices, and The Truth have raised the stakes for this year. The One Call That's All Gruber Cash giveaway is now a $5K giveaway. Yes, you heard it right. $5,000 giveaway. Every weekday on 1017 The Truth, you will have the chance to be entered to win the $5K giveaway. Listen to The Truth for the One Call That's All cue to call for your chance to win $5,000. Gruber Law Offices, One Call That's All. Visit 1017thetruth.com for official contest rules.
It's 1017 The Truth's Dr. Ken Harris. You know, there are times in everyone's life when life tosses you a curveball. You have to readjust, realign, and rededicate your resources to making things better. Sometimes you may know what to do. Many times it's the first time you've ever faced an issue, especially when it's financial. For the last couple of decades, I've been able to turn to Educators Credit Union. I had a financial issue that involved another family member, and I was able to go in and get advice and a plan. I'm here to tell you today it worked. At Educators, our members are our purpose. As a credit union, we're not concerned about profits or the bottom line of shareholders. Our greatest reward is you achieving your financial dreams through lower rates and access to free financial resources. Experience more heart and less hassle by making the switch today. Achieve more at ECU.com. Insured by NCUA, membership eligibility required.
Finding stable housing shouldn't be a struggle. The Milwaukee Rental Housing Resource Center connects renters, property owners, and partners to the resources they need, whether it's rental assistance, legal aid, mediation, or tenant education. No matter what your situation is, you do not have to go at it alone. Get assistance today by visiting renthelpmke.org. That is renthelpmke.org, or stop by their office at 728 North James Level Street in Milwaukee. At the Milwaukee Rental Housing Resource Center, they are here for all your housing needs.
Life's better with American Family Insurance, because whether it's a family road trip in your dream car or hosting a family reunion in your dream home, we help you feel protected so you can enjoy those dreams with peace of mind. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Happy kids heal faster, and that's why Starlight is dedicated to improving the mental well-being of sick kids across the U.S. Learn how at starlight.org.
Seriously injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today.
It's the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Truth Nation, it's time to start jamming with juice. This is the Pop Culture Report with Carrie Noni and Ben Jammin on the Tory Lowe Show. Tap in to see what's trending today on Pop Culture Report.
1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show, Pop Culture Report. Brought to you by Ben Jammin.
It is amazing.
And Carrie Noni Juice.
Yeah.
Juice World.
I was keeping it juicy, y'all. My headphone fell out my ear. But I have a question for you guys with the few minutes that we do have, because I've been wanting to talk about this on Jammin' with Juice for a minute, and we haven't really dived into it too deep. But did you guys see Drake's music video for Nokia?
Yes,
Nokia?
I watched
I don't know how you say it. You watched it? Did you watch it, Ben?
Yeah, I'm actually just flabbergasted. You said you didn't know how to say Nokia.
Okay.
The hood call it Nokia, yeah. It is Nokia, though.
Nokia. You know I say words wrong all the time.
How old are you, Carrie?
Don't worry about my age. But anyway, the reason why I'm asking y'all about it is because the internet is going crazy over it, because they're saying that Drake is trying to troll Kendrick throughout the music video, as far as trying to copy how his Super Bowl halftime show was with all the people and Drake being in the middle, and he had the owls. And in one of Kendrick's music videos, he had the owl the caged owl, and it was like some type of handshake that he did with a guy in the video, and they were saying it was the same type of hand signals that Kendrick had in his music video. So they're just saying that Drake is trying to troll Kendrick, and I need to know y'all thoughts on it. Like, do you think that this is going to be some type of tit for tat for the rest of their careers? Or do you think people are reaching with this?
Ben.
Hey, you know what?
Why you get so excited? Hey! I'm glad you asked.
I am glad you asked. Matter of fact, no, you know what? To be honest with y'all, Truth Nation, I think Drake and Kendrick's careers will forever be tied together forever from here on out.
That's a fact.
Drake is going to go ahead and drop. Kendrick's name is always going to be mentioned behind Drake. People, especially because we got the internet, will always be looking for the cryptic messages to see if he's throwing any shots at Kendrick. Same thing with Kendrick. Anytime Kendrick drops something, it's going to be the same thing towards Drake. He's crapping on Drake, all these things. I mean, this is just another scenario that has already happened in hip-hop, like with Jay-Z and Nas. One thing people don't even realize, except for, the real hip-hop people who do the deep digging, is any and every time Nas drops something, Jay-Z always drops something as well. So whether it's a single Jay-Z will drop, some kind of big promotion run Jay-Z will drop, he'll do that at the same time Nas decides to drop. So just like Jay-Z and Nas, Kendrick and Drake will do the same thing. And that will be their relationship. That's just what it is.
I just feel like
call branding and marketing.
I just feel like Drake knows not to mention Kendrick no more, but he's gonna do it in his little antics of whatever.
Don't
else
he got a
doing.
lawsuit though?
Yeah, with UMG.
I thought they dropped it.
Now the courts picked it back up, so now UMG has to actually say what they got going on behind underneath their hood.
No, whatever. Well, I just think that Drake know better than to mention things about Kendrick. He just gonna put it in music videos or subliminals for the rest of his career. And to me, go ahead, do your thing, Drake, I guess. But I'm excited for Drake to drop like a summer album or something. I want some bangers from him. I want some summer vibes going. So I'm on the lookout for that. Yeah, he'll be straight. He's Drake.
I think he'll be straight, but Kendrick will always be looming, like a ninja in the corner, just waiting.
That's true.
Say my name. Say my name. He'll never say his name. He's a real candy man out here.
People will love Drake again once he drops like some hit songs for the summertime.
They'll like him, but they'll always know Kendrick is better.
I appreciate y'all for this pop culture report. Thank y'all, Benjamin and Carrie Noni Juice.
Keeping it just high. Go Brewers.
When we come back, we're going to open up the lines. Truth Nation, stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
This may be another Elon Musk bureaucratic shuffle, or this may be whatever it is. These, Dr. Ken, are real consequences.
This is The Truth Unfiltered with Denise Thomas and Dr. Ken Harris.
I believe that there's going to be a step back and a rollback to some of those places that we're talking about making cuts because of the drastic outcome that can occur.
Sundays starting at 7 on 620 WTMJ and Mondays at 6 on 1017 The Truth. From the biggest plays on the court to the comments made in the locker room after, an in-depth recap of every Bucks game in 6 minutes. No more, no less. Bucks in 6 provides game recaps for every game. Hear the high-flying dunks from Giannis.
Puts it on the floor, spins down the lane, and plunges it through.
Or the deep threes from Dame.
Dame time has arrived with 107.
Bucks in 6 on the Bucks Plus Audio Network. Find it now on bucks.com/plus or on Spotify, Apple, and wherever you get your podcasts.
Carrie, where's Tory Lowe and Dr. Ken at? I'm trying to knock these commercials out.
How am I supposed to know, Sherwin?
Well, I'm about to do their parts because my impressions are on point anyway. This is Dr. Ken Harris from Truth in the Afternoon, and I want you to download the Truth app in the Google Play Store and Apple Store so you can never miss my show or any of the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Really, Kyle?
Sherwin, you are crazy.
Sherwin, your impression of me is horrible. Move. Give me my mic. I guess I'll just repeat what Sherwin said. Go to the Google Play Store or Apple Store to download the 1017 The Truth app today so you can take the home of Milwaukee Black Talk with you wherever you are.
Can't listen live? Download the new 1017 The Truth app on your smartphone today to catch up on all your favorite shows. Search 1017 The Truth on your Google Play Store or Apple App Store so you don't miss out on any of the action.
Teachers are dynamic leaders, shaping a new generation. They bring a variety of perspectives from diverse backgrounds, innovating how they teach to prepare students for our fast-changing world. Achieving this takes skill and expertise. They're tireless explorers, creatively discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, experimenting, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, and connecting with each other. leading by example. Experience the unique joy of helping students thrive. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready to begin? Explore teaching at teach.org, a campaign supported by the U.S. Department of Education, Teach.org, and 1 million teachers of color.
Listen to the man who tells you exactly how he sees it. The Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris every weekday from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. on 101.7 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is your 101.7 The Truth News Update.
Hello, everyone. This is Rhea Riley with your news update. A jury finds a Milwaukee police officer guilty of negligence. Antonio Obregon ran over a suspect during a high-speed chase in 2020. The injured man, Ravid Smith, had sued the city and Obregon after the incident. He was awarded nearly $58,000 for medical expenses and pain and suffering. Dash camera video showed Obregon stopping to let his partner out of the squad car. He then drove forward over Smith. Suing bars for being liable in the death of Sade Robinson. Robinson's family is suing both Twisted Fisherman and Dukes on the Water, claiming both bars overserved 19-year-old Robinson, quote, until she was incapacitated, resulting in her death. According to the lawsuit, Robinson was not asked for a valid ID before being served alcohol at both bars. The lawsuit comes a year after Robinson's murder. The City of Milwaukee Public Schools will provide an update on lead mitigation efforts in school buildings this morning. 3 schools are still closed this week while lead cleanup continues. The update comes after the district's facilities director, responsible for assisting with lead cleanup, was fined for not keeping up his credentials. Sean Kane must pay over $1,300 in the next 90 days or risk his license being suspended. This has been your news update. The Tory Lowe Show continues on the new 101.7 The Truth.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth. The most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM. The movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice. We want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 101.7 The Truth. Truth Nation, I got to talk about this because this is a serious situation. A couple days ago in the city of Milwaukee, I woke up to the news that a 6-year-old was fatally shot near 51st and Hope, and Milwaukee police are investigating the fatal shooting. The victim is a 6-year-old that sustained a fatal gunshot wound and was pronounced deceased at the scene. The investigation is ongoing, but people was tagging me in the family's post and things like that. And when I see young children, last year we had a lot of young people affected by senseless violence, and every year it seems like here we go. Here we go. What can we do to really try to put a dent in this? And somebody was talking to me last year and was like, why don't we put a call to action out to the community? Why do we put a call to action out in the community and see how long can we go? How many days can we go without a child being affected by violence in the community? How long can we go? And when we talked about it, I just was like, that's interesting. But last year we had so many young people affected negatively by senseless violence that I felt like we now hitting April. We have a situation where a 6-year-old, they called him King. They called him King, and I'm looking at the post, and I'm like, what can we do? How can we motivate our community to really become active. And I think that we should start trying to make sure that let's see if we can go the whole summer, like without people harming the youth, the children. Let's see if we can go, if we can work to put the word out that harming innocent life is not accepted. We got to start putting that out there, because now what I'm seeing is people that don't care, people are putting innocent lives at risk, and it's been going on. But we always react like, enough is enough. We go out here and we say these things, we make social media posts. But we got to start holding our loved ones and the people that we know that's out here causing drama, drama field. We got to turn that around. We got to stop that at the root before it get outside, before it get into a space where harm is being done. And I'm not saying it's going to completely stop what we're seeing, but I think if more of us stood against it, when we see our family members acting crazy, like we gotta shut all of that down. All that time for people walking around the house with the pistol, and you see these people being reckless before they get outside and harm somebody. You got to start talking to them and say, "Hey, look, we ain't studying that. We on a new wave right now." We got to install that, because I think that what's been installed is the thug or the crash out or the ideas that don't benefit the group. And I think that now more than ever, we got to start as people that live in the community, that live on our side of town. We got to overall say, hey, look, we ain't practicing that. We ain't practicing that no more. We not practicing it. It ain't nothing wrong with taking a stand before we see the tragedy. We got to start. We see these people, especially when they live in our households, they in our neighborhood. They came from somebody's house. We got to take a stand against the negativity, because now the negativity don't care about who is being harmed. And that's the problem. They now gunshots are being fired. People are getting killed. People are running and doing this and crashing into people and getting out and running. And, they run into somebody's house. Somebody didn't open up the door and let them in. Is it you? Somebody, you may not even be with that, but you letting them come to your house. You not taking a stand. We all got to do it. And we got to draw a hard line in the sand, because now we're seeing innocent children, innocent women, innocent males, elders being negatively affected. And if that don't make you take a stand as a group, as a people, as a culture, I don't know what. I don't know what can resolve it. We have relatives right now that we know that are out here harming the community in a negative way. Maybe nobody haven't passed away yet, but we know. We know they out there doing something that ain't right. It's time to take a hard stance and say, that's not going to be tolerated this year. We got to do it. We got to, because if they don't care about harming innocent life and they coming around you, what you think going to happen to you? What you think going to happen? Oh, they going to skip over you. I love them. They love me. That's my loved one. I'm a ride or die for it. Okay. I'll say this. I think we should start setting ideas where we go without the death of children and innocent life in our community. And we all got to do that. we all got to take part in changing the mentality that's out here. Because now they crashing out. Now they saying, hey, it's whatever. What did that mean? DJ Brother Z. Well, it's whatever. What did that mean? To me, it sounds like, okay, today is somebody that I don't know because you saying it's whatever, you crashing out. Tomorrow you might crash out or it's whatever with me. I think that this is very important, Truth Nation, to listen to ourselves and what we're seeing. And we got to say no. No more. A young kid, 6 years old, they say they called him King. Didn't even get a chance to live. We got the article on this situation as we broadcast live. Let's listen.
A Milwaukee family mourning the death of a 6-year-old boy. Officers say the child was shot and killed last night on the city's north side. Durante Matthews is live near 51st and Hope with what we've just learned from police. Durante?
Yeah, Ted, police tell us they arrested 2 women related to this case, 40 and 26 years old. Family members tell us they're still really trying to make sense out of everything that happened, but they tell us that 6-year-old boy's name was Daquel Collins, but they called him King. Seated on a throne, loved ones of 6-year-old Daquel Collins say this photo encompasses the nickname they gave him, King. Now his family tells us they're heartbroken. Police say the 6-year-old was shot and killed around 9:30 Tuesday night near 51st and Hope Avenue. Officers say the boy had fatal gunshot wounds and was pronounced dead on the scene. Police say they arrested a 40-year-old woman and a 26-year-old woman related to the case. Neighbors didn't want to go on camera Wednesday, but they tell us they didn't hear any shots the night before. They only saw police tape off the block. Wednesday, Mayor Cavalier Johnson sent us a statement saying he's saddened and offers his condolences. His statement went on to read, "Let's be clear, guns must never be used or left unattended around children. Adults must take every precaution to protect young people, and that includes locking guns, storing firearms safely, and always keeping weapons out of the reach of children." Despite Johnson's statement, police have not confirmed what happened. Loved ones tell us they're still trying to make sense of it all. They say Collins would have turned 7 in just a few days.
Wow. 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 And lately I'm seeing a bunch of ideas where women are crashing out on the community. You know, women pulling out the pistol. Taking matters into their own hands, getting aggressive. It's not just the youth anymore. It seems like this mentality has a wide range. And so when we talk about what we're seeing, now we got to take action. Because we all seeing it. It ain't like we don't see it. Some of y'all just say, I'm staying in the house. I'm not going to go outside. I don't want a lot of people around me. I'm going to stay closed off from it. But the recklessness, the neglect, it can still get you. Go to the store. You can't stay in the house forever. I've dealt with situations with families that then came on the show where people was just going to the store, going to regular events, and they lost their life due to the recklessness that's going on. Wasn't bothering nobody. So it ain't like you can avoid it. You could probably do well by staying out the way for a while. But I'll tell you this. We got to start making sure that we are doing our due diligence with the people that we know. And that's a lot. We know a lot of people. Our family members. Ourselves. Some of y'all pride yourself on how y'all act if somebody cross you. Y'all pride yourself on how y'all mouth can get reckless. Y'all pride yourself on, I wish somebody would. I wish a person would. Y'all puff up when it come to that. In defense mode. This is y'all go around and then y'all wonder why the kids acting like that. Look how you acting when something happens. You're not using the emotional intelligence that we talked about on the show. How to take your emotions and curve them to make something positive happen instead of being destructive. I was telling Elizabeth Brown, I said, a lot of us, our default setting is destruction. We came up and having to fight and survive. So your default setting when you get upset is to react and defend and destroy and like tear stuff down. That's the default setting. A lot of people, that's nothing to brag about. How you can cut somebody down. A lot of y'all go around, y'all want to be the toughest in the room until somebody show up, till the landlord show up, and till the police knock on the door, to CPS knock on the door. Now y'all don't know what to do. All I'm saying is we got to be about that action, Truth Nation. And only how this is going to turn around is because of us. Because we said we're not going to tolerate it. We're not going to deal with this type of negative behavior, ratchet behavior. And we got to start telling our loved ones, I don't care what you do out here, and if you do something out here that I'm not for, don't come my way, don't come to my house. I'm not going to have no empathy for you on the negative, if you're on a negative frequency. You got to tell them that beforehand. Look them straight in the eyeball and tell them. Some of these people that's out here harming the community, sleeping in your couch right now, they listening to the Tory Lowe show. Right now. I'm talking to you if you're listening. Change your ways, man, because it's not cool. None of this is cool. Little kids losing their life. Innocent people losing their life. That is not cool. It's not cool to brag about. Spinning the block. None of that. It's trash. Then y'all crying in the courtroom because it got real. Then y'all calling folks from jail when it got real. Now you don't want to lose your freedom. And you most certainly don't want to lose your life. It's not cool to be out here causing harm to the community. And if you, a family member or a loved one or a friend, you're not doing that person a favor by allowing them to think that that's cool. Understand what I'm saying, Truth Nation? How can we have a society where children are afraid to go outside and play? How? We can't. It's not going to happen. So I'm giving you the challenge. The call to action today. And we got to start communicating, talking to each other, letting each other know. We cannot have this type of behavior. We cannot accept this type of behavior. And even from yourself, you cannot accept this type of behavior from yourself. Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we're going to have more conversations. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Milwaukee Black Talk.
You don't want to be there. You don't like the work. You don't like the people. Now, there are some differences. The only difference is modern American slavery and capitalism versus 19th century. We were dramatically more primitive back then. And a slave that is able to buy their freedom is the same as the disaffected, disgruntled worker that is able to buy their way into entrepreneurship because that for them is free.
Listen to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Every accomplishment starts somewhere. For University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee student Nick Birschbach, it was internships that led to a job at GE Healthcare. For Charles Kelly, it started with an internship at a TV station. Now, he's a weekend anchor. And for Jaden Anderson, her leadership led to recognition from the American Institute of Architecture students. The path to success goes many places. It starts at UWM.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
It's 101.7 The Truth. Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. There's lots of buzz surrounding the draft, but you won't find one seeping through Pella's windows and doors. In fact, you should make Pella your number one pick because right now you can take advantage of no interest financing options or free glass upgrades as long as you order by April 30th. Make a statement by adding Pella's architectural interest inside and out with maximum design flexibility. Their talented designers and installers can match your unique home through dramatic sizes, custom colors, finishes, profiles, product types, and more. Along with durable and distinguished details, all Pella products stand the test of time, which is why they confidently offer the best wood warranty in the industry. Don't miss out on no-interest financing options or free glass upgrades at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Certain restrictions apply, and the deal ends April 30th, so place your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com.
Double up, 3 or 4 times, I ain't telling no lies, I just run it up. Never let a hard time humble us. Double up, I ain't telling no lies, I just, I ain't telling no lies, I just,
101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. Yeah, we've been having this conversation about the young king, 6 years old, that lost his life near 51st and Hope. And it's just one of those things where it's early in 2025 where we can actually work to reduce a lot of this. We can get the mind frame. It's not about who can do what. It's about the people having the right mind frame. The state of mind, the right state of mind, being in a space where you become resourceful and not negative. Stop letting negative people run the show. A lot of y'all allow negative people to run the show around y'all. They come around, y'all get quiet. You know, y'all see that they got negative behavior and y'all scared. You gotta stand up and say, hey, this ain't what we gonna do this year. This is what we not gonna do. Y'all know when y'all get some heart in your chest. When you start telling people, this is what we not gonna do. This is what we gotta do it. We gonna head to the lines. Tyrone, you on the new 101.7 The Truth. How you doing, Tyrone?
Yes, blessed, joyful, grateful, thankful to the Lord, man. My heart is heavy because of the young fella there, man, and condolences and prayers and blessings to him and his family.
Right.
God bless his soul. Holy Spirit guide him into the glories of the holy heavens, and bless his heart and soul. Brother Z, Tory, Milwaukee, I'll tell you, I'm 66, man. So 60 years on this rock here, long before this young fella even put on his first diaper, man. But it's sad, I'll tell you, Aretha Franklin has a song out, and it's called "Gotta Find Me an Angel," and it's a tearjerker. But I was born in Detroit, and I grew up listening to all my mothers and fathers' records and stuff there, and it had an impact on me because there was a message and some sincerity and some real influence in the different songs, whether it meant you had to do better with yourself or it was a tearjerker or whatever, But the music these days, some of it's good, a lot of it, we need to do better with, but listen to some of the old stuff, and just kind of get within yourself, each individual, because, being a felon, being a fugitive, harming other people, you got to understand, God breath, you're going to breathe your last breath one day too, they don't want to go to jailhouses to eat the mayonnaise cheese sandwiches and stuff like that, because that's why they get out and run and stuff, Well, if you're going to do something, don't run, because you already know. So, but, it's sad. I don't have any – you're doing a wonderful job, and I'm going to team up with you even with my age here, but, because like I said, I was out there a little bit younger, but I'll connect with you so we can do some things. But, just listen to some, some of these people need to listen to some music there that's going to get them in a better place. And like you said earlier, you read my mind there. It's a better mindset. You were absolutely right.
Hey, I appreciate you for tapping in, Tyrone. Like I said, this is only one way to go, and that's up. And that's with our mind frame, the way we dealing with things, the way we handling things, how we use our emotions. Many times they teach us to be emotionally out of control. Emotionally out of control. And people, they'll instigate it. They'll fuel it for you to be emotionally out of control. But the popular thing now is to be emotionally in control. Have control over your emotions. Not denying that you don't have the right to feel anger or sadness or disrespect. That's not what I'm saying. You can feel those ways. But how you react, you got to master emotional intelligence and use the right ideas at the time before you react. Think before you react. Because many times, certain things you do, you cannot come back from. You cannot. Once you pull out guns, once you pull out weapons and do things, you cannot come back from that. And they got our community reacting in the most violent ways, listening to the music, listening to the negative attitudes, and people praising this person is a person that'll do away with you. They brag on that. They uplift those kind of ideas, that death talk. And it's time to uplift life. These young children are not making it. We got Brother Love on the lines. Brother Love, you on the new 1017 The Truth. Tap in.
Hey, Tory, man. How's it going, brother, man?
Blessings, Brother Love. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing good, Tory, man. I don't like the way, and I'm not saying I can't speak from a woman's perspective, you know what I'm saying? And I can't beat no woman at being a woman. I don't have experience in that area. But I don't like the way these women talking to their kids, man. I don't like the way they talking to their kids. You know what I'm saying? I don't like the way they mentioning it and talking to the kids. I like the way, they talking to other women. I don't like the way women talking to each other.
Well, what are they saying?
They saying how you gonna discipline another woman? How you gonna discipline another woman's kids? You know what I'm saying? You can't discipline another woman's kids, and then you know what I'm saying?
It takes a village.
And women, and then you know what I'm saying? If you see another woman that's not treating a real nigga, not a real nigga, a good man right, you know what I'm saying? And she not treating him right. Tell you, a lot of these guys out here are real steppers. I won't even mess with them. Mm-hmm. And these women are just, you know what I'm saying? They just being in their masculinity, and they're not telling these other women like, girl, look, don't treat him like that. Don't talk to him. They'll just wait till something bad happens and be like, well, at least, they'll just wait till something bad. But I just don't like the way they're talking to each other and the way they're talking to each other about their kids.
All right. Hey. I'll say this, the mind frame is definitely something on our community that we have to make sure that we're managing well. And it's just one of those things that we can fix. These are things that can be resolved. These are not it doesn't cost money to fix. It just takes consistency and dedication and making sure that we're all trying to take action against what we're seeing. This is just simple. This is nothing that takes anything high tech to resolve. If the moment we don't want anything to happen is the moment it doesn't happen. The moment we want something to happen, we manifest it. So when we allow negative behavior to take place, it's not like you're saying, okay, I like this negative behavior. I want it to be in the front. You don't have, it's not a verbal conversation. No, when you allow it to happen, you're agreeing by being silent. Oh, I ain't got nothing to do with that. When you look away and not say, hey, look, this ain't what we finna do, because anything you like and anything you want to do, you speak up on it. You do. So let's speak up on not having the negativity dominate our areas, our environment. Some of y'all got a nasty attitude. What I've been talking about, that stank attitude. See, a lot of y'all think y'all doing something with that stank. But okay. But you got to make sure that you're using the emotional intelligence, because sometimes you could put out a certain energy that could cause you harm when you're talking disrespectfully to people. And now you're talking disrespectfully to them. They feel disrespected. Now they feel like they got to do something to you to prove that you can't disrespect them. And now you got this whole thing going when both of y'all could have just walked away and respectfully disagreed. Y'all don't have to agree with everything. This is the one thing I see, folks, that if you don't agree with me, I'm going to take you down. If you don't do what I say, you may can pull that off with your household, which you should. But all of that stuff out here in the streets, and you trying to, make people, bend people to your will, all of that. Now you're working with a situation that may not turn out right when you cross the wrong person with that kind of attitude. We got to understand that everything is not life and death. Every situation, every conversation, you don't need to get high blood pressure. I don't have to like what you're doing, but we do have to respect each other and work together to make things better. How about that? They say, how can we work together when we don't have the same belief? People do it all the time. If the goal is to manage the community to make it safer for the family, what do that got to do with how do you believe? It only has to do with your actions to help protect the community. That's it. Ain't no more to it. Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
To fly away with me, gotta find me an angel who will set me free.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
Literally one call, that's all.
I made one call and that's all, worry-free.
One call, that's all. It worked.
Just one call and that's all.
They will do what they say they're gonna do. One call and that's all.
One call, that's all means security.
It's literally one call, that's all.
It's a phrase we'll never forget.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Wherever you are in Wisconsin, there's a free and confidential Aging and Disability Resource Center, ADRC, or Tribal Partner Agency. We're here for older adults, adults with disabilities, and your families. ADRCs are a bridge to support for benefits and financial assistance, transportation, in-home care, and more. Get to know your local ADRC and connect with resources today. Call toll-free 1-844-WIS-ADRC or go to findmyadrc.org. Paid for by the Wisconsin Department of Health Services.
We are the keepers of the wild, America's original and most invested conservationists. For more than 80 years, we've been committed to conserving wildlife and the natural landscapes that define our nation. From rugged alpine ridgelines to peaceful tall grass prairies, we've supported the conservation of more than 36 million acres of American wildlands. Our funding has led to cleaner water, fresher air, and improved wildlife habitat. From abundant fish and waterfowl populations to robust deer and elk herds, nothing is more important than maintaining wild spaces for adventurers to explore and wildlife to thrive. We are America's hunters and target shooters, stewards of the American outdoors.
America's hunters and target shooters, along with firearm, ammunition, and archery manufacturers, have invested more than $46 billion to help state fish and wildlife agencies manage and protect wildlife and wildlands across America. For more information, visit outdoorstewards.org.
More than 6 million kids in the U.S. have ADHD, and many aren't getting the support they need. At understood.org, we can help. Sometimes in class, the only thing your child can focus on are the thoughts racing through their head.
Why am I always falling behind? Why do I feel so alone? So different.
Your child is looking to you for answers. But as a parent, you probably have a lot of questions too. What should I do next? Where do I even start? At understood.org, we provide parents with the resources they need to help kids with ADHD thrive. Your child wants to thrive. Be the reason they do. Visit understood.org/the reason to get started.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Snide. After starting the season 0-4, the Milwaukee Brewers have now won 2 straight games, including a series win over the Royals on Wednesday, thanks to a walk-off bunt single from Bryce Terrain in the bottom of the 11th inning.
First pitch, bunting it up the first baseline. It's a good bunt. Racing home is done. He will score. Bryce Terrain gets the job done, and the Brewers walk off the Royals on this Wednesday afternoon. And the crew, after dropping Game 1 on Monday, have won the series against Kansas City.
The 2-4 Milwaukee Brewers now will welcome in the Cincinnati Reds to begin a 4-game series. Tonight's first pitch set for 6:40. And lastly, over to the NBA, where the Milwaukee Bucks will be on the road in Philly to take on the 76ers. Tip-off is set for 6 p.m. This sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
It's the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation, our 4th annual Tory Lowe Community Cleanup is on Saturday, April 12th from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. and we want you to come and join us for this great community event. Go to truthcommunitycleanup.com to sign up to volunteer to help keep Milwaukee clean. Everyone who registers for the last cleanup site will get a free lunch provided by Cousin Subs. Register today at truthcommunitycleanup.com to clean and beautify our city together. The Tory Lowe Community Cleanup is on Saturday, April 12th from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. and presented by 1MKE. We are 1MKE and sponsored by Cousin Subs, U.S. Cellular, Landmark Credit Union, Ray's Coca-Cola, and Waste Management. All right, Truth Nation. Hey, look, I'm going to tell you this. We can do it. We already about that action. We already about that action, and I'll tell you right now, we want all the smoke with the negativity that's out here causing us hardships in the streets. Once again, we got a call to action. Let's go this summer without harming the youth, without another child losing their life. Let's work on that without another innocent person losing their life. Let's try to get ahead of that by talking to our community members, our family members, ourselves, making sure that we're practicing emotional intelligence when we out here going about our daily duties, working, taking care of our families, taking care of our responsibilities, holding each other accountable as a community. This is all things that we can do without, having to have these big powwows and arguments and meetings. We can just make the adjustments just right now. You can make the adjustment right now and say, hey, look, this is what I'm about to do moving forward. This is how I'm going to handle this. And we got to get consistent. Call to action. Let's make sure that we do our part and making sure that we stop letting negative ideas rule and come to the forefront. It's up to us. It's not going to change unless we do it. So if you're looking outside yourself, you already lost. You already lost. It starts with each and every one of us and how we talk to our loved ones, our constituents, our family members, our friends, how we use our conversations to help shape the ideas that we want to see. Let's see how long we can go before the next child. Hopefully there's not another child with a life lost. But let's start having these conversations. Let's start talking to each other. Let's start communicating and opening up the doors for us to have room and space in our hearts and minds and empathy for the innocent lives in our community. And we got to start talking. We got to start walking. We got to start taking action. This is how it's going to stop. If anybody tell you different, they lying. But we got a story that I want to cover before we get too deep. If y'all want to join the conversation, feel free to call in 833-212-1017. Talk to text in the chat. A Milwaukee East Side restaurant owner is accused of sexual assault. This is a story that somebody called to my attention. Police are looking for the 36-year-old Kevin Lopez. Milwaukee police are searching for a co-owner of an East Side restaurant who is accused of sexually assaulting two people, including a teenager. We got video of this. If y'all watching this, we broadcast live. We got audio. Let's listen.
Milwaukee police are searching for a co-owner of an East Side restaurant accused of sexually assaulting two people, including a teenager. According to court documents, a 24-year-old woman met 36-year-old Kevin Lopez at a bar on March 23rd. After the bar's last call, prosecutors say the group picked up a 14-year-old in Milwaukee and continued drinking at Lopez's restaurant, Judy's Cantina. This is right near Farwell in Windsor, before going back to an apartment. At that apartment, prosecutors say Lopez sexually assaulted the woman and the teen while they were sleeping. A judge issued a warrant for his arrest.
Wow. All right, well, there we go. If Kevin, y'all know, I don't know if by the time the show started, did they get him or not? I don't know. If y'all know in the chat, let me know if they got him. I don't know if they got him or not. This came out, this was brought to my attention that Kevin Lopez is on the run. Assaulted two women, including a teenager. Said that they was having a certain time together, and then when they got back to the apartment, he sexually assaulted the women and the teen while they were sleeping. Both the women and the teen had to be taken to the hospital because of their injuries. There is a warrant out for Lopez's arrest. If anybody know who this person is, this is what we got to do. This is what we got to do. When people see, this is the behavior. People out here deciding to cause harm. We got to start putting our foot down on these people. We got to put our foot on their face. We got to take control. It's more people. I always tell people, it's more people that want to see things work right. And the few people that are causing the problems are affecting the majority. And this is why the majority has to come together and say, what we got to challenge these people, and not confrontational to where, you put yourself in harm's way. You got to be tactful. You got to be strategic, and you got to make sure that you talk ahead of time. Because sometimes when it's going down, that's a different approach. Once the tragedy takes place, that's a different approach, But we got to get ahead of the curve by talking and letting people understand the expectations. And many times when you wait till it's a tragedy or when something bad happens, many times you have to operate in a different space where, like this Lopez situation, you just got to turn him in. He didn't already created the situation. Restaurant, they say he owned a restaurant. Now he got a sale waiting for him. Once again, if anybody have any information on the situation, y'all got to take action. Kevin Lopez, 36 years old. We got another situation here in Wisconsin that we got to talk to. When we come back, we're going to talk about this missing pregnant girl from Beaver Dam that was found safe. But this is a crazy story. This is why I tell y'all to make sure that y'all making sure that y'all checking who the young people are talking to, because they may be running off with somebody. We're going to talk about that when we get back. Truth Nation, stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation, Gruber Law Offices and The Truth have raised the stakes for this year. The One Call That's All Gruber Cash Giveaway is now a $5K giveaway. Yes, you heard it right. $5,000 giveaway. Every weekday on 1017 The Truth, you will have the chance to be entered to win the $5K giveaway. Listen to The Truth for the One Call That's All cue to call for your chance to win $5,000. Gruber Law Offices, One Call That's All. Visit 1017thetruth.com for official contest rules.
Great impressions will exceed your expectations. Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
At Great Impressions Graphics and Printing, they've been proudly serving the community for over 26 years. From their location at the corner of 54th and Burleigh in Milwaukee, their dedication to quality and customer satisfaction has made them a trusted name in printing and design.
Great impressions.
Great Impressions offer a wide range of services, including banners, posters, yard signs, business cards, programs, and postcards. Plus, they specialize in custom apparel printing, perfect for family reunions, sports outings, business promotions, and more. For your next project, visit greatimpress.com. That's greatimpress.com. Great Impressions. They're here when you need them.
Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The Alpha Phi Alpha, Delta Chi Lambda, 7 Jewels Foundation Incorporated has supported over 125 young men through the Young Gentleman's Scholarship Botillion.
We're asking for your support to help continue this important work and empower the next generation of leaders. Through this program, young men receive mentorship, personal development, and scholarships to achieve their dreams.
We need your help to raise over $20,000 in scholarships, including a $5,000 grand prize.
Call 414-364-2835 to make a difference today. Support the Botillion, invest in the future of our young men.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that a lot of life's firsts are better with help from American Family Insurance. Like your first home expansion or your first big lightning strike. There's a first for everything. Get the right home policy at the right price with the right help from American Family's agents. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Everybody ain't your partner.
Why the f these niggas wanna go against the grain? Yeah. Why the f these niggas wanna drag it up in the name? True story. I know some niggas who hurt me, they hurt me. A couple bitches who hurt me, they hurt me. The jury don't want me to make it. The DA, I know that he working. Oh, he working. Prosecutors wanna help me. What? I'm hoping they don't do me dirty. It's 40, I got the 30. Shoot on go, he shoot perfect.
I keep 100 on me. After what they done.
101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. Truth Nation. If you're looking for a new school for your kindergarten through 8th grade student, I have the right place for you. Have you heard of Milwaukee College Prep? For nearly 3 decades, MCP has been removing unfair barriers for children in Milwaukee. At MCP, they support the entire child. They offer pre-K, mental health services, nutritional support, intervention services, and after-school programs. This is in addition to our character-first approach to learning. And most importantly, your child will receive a high-quality education as MCP campus earned a 4-star rating, exceeding expectations on the 2023-24 DPI report card. Look, set up a visit at Milwaukee College Prep. Go to MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com. That's MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com to set up your visit and to help your child get a high quality education. I'm proud of MCP. They doing a great job over there. Make sure y'all tap in once again. MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com to set up a visit. Hey, look, we got a story out of Beaver Dam, Wisconsin, and this is why I try to tell y'all this is not just a problem for one group of people. It's a lot of people being affected by this grooming. And we got a story out of Beaver Dam, Wisconsin. A missing pregnant Wisconsin teenager. She's been found. But guess who they found her with? Guess who they found her with, Truth Nation? A 40-year-old man who they think is the baby daddy. We got video if you're watching as we broadcast live on YouTube. Let's listen.
Pregnant Wisconsin teenager missing for more than 2 months has been found safe. Sophia Franklin was reported missing from her Beaver Dam home back on February 2nd. At the time, police said she was likely with the father of her unborn child, 40-year-old Gary Day. Beaver Dam police say someone spotted Franklin and Day near Omaha, Nebraska late last night.
A missing juvenile that was reported missing out of Wisconsin is at Love's at this time. Her name is Abby Sophia Franklin. Looks like she was last seen doing laundry in the truck stop, and she is possibly several months pregnant this time as well.
Sheriff's officials in Sarpy County, Nebraska took Day into custody. Deputies took Franklin to a secure facility to reunite her with family. Beaver Dam police say a pair of truck drivers spotted Franklin and Day and called 911.
I give a lot of credit to the witnesses, to these two couple that came in here and you first of all saw this from a distance and thought there was something that was different about it, to be able to go up and strike a conversation and then to be able to do some research and compare photos. That's pretty good for a witness to do that and then to call the authorities.
Taking action.
Franklin turned 17 years old yesterday and is now 5 months pregnant. We talked with her mom this morning.
It's just been a nightmare from beginning to end, just knowing who she's with and just wanting her to be away from him. It's just repulsive is probably the best word.
The Beaver Dam Police Department says Franklin and her unborn child are both healthy.
All right. Hey, look, once again, that's what you got to do. You got to take that action. And like the officer said, that's just really good with paying attention to what's going on in your environment for them to make sure that they had the girl that was missing. And I do missing all the time. Y'all already know. Y'all already know how we get down on the missing tip. But I'll tell you this, we got to do it. The people, the police can't do much. They can only respond to the call. But we as people, we see things, we got to react. We got to start taking action. We got to start fighting back against some of these elements that's going on. Not only, it's not affecting just one race of people, it's a lot of different cultures and races being affected by this, what we call grooming. You know, somebody that's talking to these younger people, grooming them. This man was 40 years old, DJ Brother Z. Great day.
That's crack smoking crazy is what that is.
He was arrested and taken into custody, and they think he the baby daddy. And they said she was at the laundromat washing clothes. See, they get the minds. I've walked into so many situations where when I found the girl, they was in love with the person that took them, protecting them. And we got them back. A lot of y'all be like, why don't we know what happened to the girl? Because when we get the girl back, she don't want to tell because they've been groomed. She don't want to tell. She don't want to say nothing. And that's the truth. They've been groomed, and ain't no telling how long this been going on. And I see it all the time. And a lot of people get on when I say we found them. A lot of people don't. They be like, well, what happened to the girl? Well, sometimes it's an ongoing investigation into what happened to her in detail, because the girl may have feelings for the person that took her. The Stockholm syndrome is real, especially if they've been groomed to think that this person was somebody that was helpful to them. Especially if they were having problems at home and this person came along and took advantage of that situation and then gave them things and talked to them lovingly and things like that. You'll be surprised how many of these young people are not getting the loving conversations that they need. And then the stranger comes along and this stranger becomes this almost like, okay, I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to help you. I'm going to be that person in your corner. They grooming this person mentally. I can't even count how many times I had to wait a while or wait for the young girl to really tell what happened because of, the attachment due to grooming. Somebody said, hi, Tory, that Beaver Dam girl wants to be with that man. Actually, I heard in the news that this is the second time that she ran off with him. And it's nothing. This happens all the time. But that's why I say that grooming is powerful. That's why y'all got to stay locked in, because once they get the mind, it's hard. Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have more conversation. Truth Nation, stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Tune into the award-winning 1017 The Truth's Business Spotlight this Thursday at 3:57 p.m. between The Tory Lowe Show and Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris. We'll be speaking with Erica Crowley and Shawana Lindenberg from Community Advocates in the Rental Housing Community Center. They will discuss the steps they are taking to address the disparities in housing access for people of color in low-income communities. Again, that is the Business Spotlight this Thursday with Community Advocates in the Rental Housing Community Center at 3:57 p.m. on the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
This is Sherwin Hughes from The Truth with Sherwin Hughes. And Truth Nation, you can now watch my show live on YouTube every day from 9 a.m. until noon. Yep, you can get 3 full hours of watching Sherwin doing his thing streaming live on YouTube Monday through Friday. You'll get the same insightful conversations about policy, politics, and lifestyle while also seeing my reaction to the unpredictability of our listeners. So go to YouTube right now, subscribe to 1017 The Truth, and see this wonderful smile live every day.
Calling all big thinkers. The world's climate is changing. These aren't new facts, but it means we must think in new ways about how we can live, prosper, and provide energy for our world while protecting our planet. Engineers are answering the call to create cleaner, safer, reliable energy. Solar power, harnessing the power of the sun to light all corners of the globe. Wind power, channeling a simple breeze to bring electricity to our homes. Hydropower, using the natural flow of water to generate electricity. Nuclear power, engineering advanced reactors that are safer, more reliable, and produce zero carbon emissions. Engineers are leading the way and empowering the next generation generation. Engineers answer the call. Brought to you by the National Academy of Engineering. Learn more at nae.edu.
Communities in Southern California urgently need our help. The Los Angeles wildfires have been some of the most destructive in state history. Thousands of homes destroyed, schools, classrooms, libraries, museums, places of worship, all lost, and livelihoods ruined. With so much devastation, students, families, businesses, and communities are now left struggling to recover. And that road to recovery will be a very long and a very difficult one. But there is hope. The SoCal Fire Fund provides immediate, free, and long-term support for countless community-centered recovery programs. You can be a part of providing those most impacted with the resources they need to move forward. So please, visit SoCalFireFund.org to learn more about how you can join in this tremendous effort.
All of your favorite 1017 The Truth content whenever you want. The Truth app has it all. The Truth is on 1017 and 1510 WGKB Waukesha, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is your 1017 The Truth News Update.
Hello, everyone. This is Ray Riley with your news update. A jury finds a Milwaukee police officer guilty of negligence. Antonio Obregon ran over a suspect during a high-speed chase in 2020. The injured man, Ravid Smith, had sued the city and Obregon after the incident. He was awarded nearly $58,000 for medical expenses and pain and suffering. Dash camera video showed Obregon stopping to let his partner out of the squad car. He then drove forward over Smith. Suing bars for being liable in the death of Sade Robinson. Robinson's family is suing both Twisted Fisherman and Dukes on the Water, claiming both bars overserved 19-year-old Robinson, quote, until she was incapacitated, resulting in her death. According to the lawsuit, Robinson was not asked for a valid ID before being served alcohol at both bars. The lawsuit comes a year after Robinson's murder. The City of Milwaukee Public Schools will provide an update on lead mitigation efforts in school buildings this morning. 3 schools are still closed this week while lead cleanup continues. The update comes after the district's facilities director, responsible for assisting with lead cleanup, was fined for not keeping up his credentials. Sean Kane must pay over $1,300 in the next 90 days or risk his license being suspended. This has been your news update. The Tory Lowe Show continues on the new 1017 The Truth.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth. The most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM. The movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. Stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4. We about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice. We want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready. 1017 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 101.7 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the 3rd hour of the Tory Lowe Show. Hey, we've been having another powerful conversation, Truth Nation. If y'all want to join the conversation today, 833-212-1017, or hop in the chat and holler back and hit us up on the talk to text, 833-212-1017. We have a text from 1517 that says, Black culture is in a crisis. Battle of the sexes, the materialism, and the music blacks can even congregate with beating the crap out of each other. Blacks can't even congregate without beating the crap out of each other or killing you. Can't even drive down the street, and it's not white people from up north doing it. It's our own community. This is what 1517 is saying. We're going to head to the lines. White Widow, you're on the new 1017 The Truth. Tap in.
Good afternoon, Tory.
How you doing, White Widow?
I'm perplexed and I'm distraught. A couple weeks ago I told you about this Trowbridge when they started with Trowbridge and they said deep cleaning of the lead hazards.
Right.
There's no such, and I told you there's no such thing. I mean, if you purchase a house and there's lead paint, the bank will not allow it to go through unless that lead is removed, scraped. And I did it to a house a couple of years ago, just a small 6-foot ledge outside. Also, in the workplace, my guys had rack hail helmets. They had air tanks on their back when they had to go into a solder pot. Why? Because privately, with these houses and with the business, they know if they do not get rid of the lead hazard and they purchase and they know it willingly, they're going to get sued. So now we have 3-4 weeks later, and it's funny because when I called the health department and they try to trip you up, Milwaukee County Schools, Milwaukee Health Department, it's two different entities. One's under Cavalier, one's under Crawley, and they try to trip you up. But I did talk to the Milwaukee Health Department who oversees this, and it was funny because the guy said after a while, he said, "Are you White Widow?" And I said, "Yeah, he works at the health department downtown." He said, "Oh, I listened to you on 101.7. Hey, so go Tory Lowe." But he told me, I said, "What is going on? There's no such thing." And I went through my expertise as a lead abatement, lead hazard. And they said, well, it was up to Milwaukee County Public Schools. We could get rid of it or just cover it up so the hazards are minimized. Once a child in the developing stages is exposed to the lead toxins, it is irreversible. Tory, I could put you in front of my solder pot, let you snort that lead. Hey, you could be filled with it, but the adult human body is amazing. You remove the adult from it, the lead comes out of its body like drugs after 3 days. Not with our children. So if this is going on for generations. Now he says, well, maybe the new superintendent will take the option to get rid of it and not just cover it up. We still don't know the source. They said dust. Well, you swipe where is the dust coming? If you're not removing the lead paint that recognizes there from deep burring or scraping, where's the dust coming? Is it in the ventilation? It has to be removed. This is evil. And I don't want to hear any more about two generations of young adults or children with developmental issues. And if you don't look at it morally, fiscally, how much does it cost to take care of a disabled child from womb to 18? And we don't have the services out here, so those disabled children suffer. So how is it that we are not just removing the lead? Now Madison Health Department is saying, hey, you guys are shams. We look like fools in Madison. We look like we don't care about our kids. And I'm sick of this. And between Cavalier, the health department, and Crawley, between the two of them, not one of them have come forward and indicated what we need to do.
Hey. Okay. Hey, like I said, it's a heated discussion when it comes to what's going on. They said that it's a lead crisis. It's affecting the youth. It's affecting the kids. And a lot of people ain't going to stand for it right now. This is like the fourth time I've seen lead rise to the mainstream here in my advocacy in 15 years. And it's always a different angle where they try to make an excuse. Why don't we just tackle the situation like all the other townships that tried to tackle it, head up and try to get some real results? I don't know why they not doing that. It's been going on for a long time. Al, you're on the new 101.7 The Truth. Tap in.
Well, the first thing I was going to say, if we want to stop some of this chaos in our community, we got to find value in one another. Like the same value y'all have in whites when y'all don't show up and show out, when y'all want to get all violent. Number two, I also noticed, I've been hearing lately, every time something happens with a young child, they always want to blame the woman. But they don't say nothing about the man, and that woman didn't get that way on her own. And every time something happened, the daddy always coming from Ukaluka Dirt Road, Mississippi, or the high mountains of Sacramento. But I don't ever see y'all pointing a finger at him. It's always the woman, as if she got that way on her own, which she did not. And also with the lead, I just wanted to say this as well. A lot of us grew up on lead water. And we are just fine. We ain't stole no cars. And if you want to get mad about the lead, why y'all not getting mad now? We knew it was issues back then, and the Republicans cut all that out. So where y'all hell is at then? We can't have it both ways. We got to find a medium. And if there's lead with the house, if the person who bought the house had the house before 1986, they are up under the grandfather clause, which means they are not liable. So y'all got to take that up. But I do know it's mighty funny. Every time it happens, something happens to one of these kids. Oh, I don't like the way she talk. I don't like the way she this. But y'all never point y'all fingers at the man, and some of them is dodging child support and these DNA tests. So why y'all ain't raising hell about that? Because she didn't get that way on her own. And it takes more than one woman to make that child. That's why it's a mother and a father. But some of y'all are missing in action. But I'll never hear you, point a finger at them sap-sucking heifers, and y'all have yourself a good day.
Hey.
And some was raised by single mothers, and y'all daddies ain't came back yet. Have a good one.
Hey, that's why I say, our community got an issue with pointing the finger across the board. That's why I say we got to all do it. We got to all come together at one logic, one idea, and that's to get an outcome. As long as there's division in the conversation, long as people pointing the fingers at this person and that person, that stalls out the result ideas. That stalls it out. That causes it to be pushed on the back burner. And I always say, when I see people causing discourse in a situation, they're trying to not get a result. Because really, at the end of the day, a lot of this could be managed well, even when it comes to our community. That's why I was trying to say, this is the time where we all got to say, hey, look, we got to take action. We got to be more vigilant than ever. We got to do it. I mean, like the texter just text in. The texter brought it up once again. Here we go. And what Al was saying confirmed what 1517 was saying. The black culture is in a crisis. The battle of the sexes. See what Al was talking about? Make somebody pointing the finger at the women and this and that and child support and all of it. That's the confusion. Regardless, we're gonna have to really rise above a lot of this division because we're not safe. We're not safe. We got to rise above it and find more solution-driven ideas. The black culture is in a crisis, the battle of the sexes, the materialism. These are things that when we argue and fussing and fighting about and paying attention to, then a lot of our children, a lot of the things that we want to happen can fall in the cracks and we don't see the result. Understand what I'm saying? So the thing is that's why I go around and I serve my community first. I don't go and talk and be saying this and that. Before I got on the radio, I had already served my community many, many, many years as a servant. Never took one penny. Never asked for a penny. I just wanted to help serve my community because I believed that we can do it ourselves and we can have a better outcome. But we all have to believe that way. We all have to take part in doing it that way. We all have to make sure that we're not participating in division tactics when it comes to our people, where we live, our community, our family members, our friends. We got to drive a hard stake in the ground and a line in the sand when it comes to moving forward and taking action against what we see that's wrong in our community. I understand what I'm saying, Truth Nation. Maurice M. in the chat says, regardless of who do women look up to their fathers? If the father is a failure, it reflects on the daughter. I I'll say this. We all was dealt a hand that we have to play. Everybody's hand may have not been the same. But it comes to at one point in life where we have to say, okay, no matter what happened, no matter what we had to go through, if we want better, this is the strategy and the formula that we have to get better. Not only with ourselves, but in our surroundings, in our families and friends. So that is the conclusion that you have to come to as an individual. And can't nobody make that decision. That's why I try to do things that I know that helps us get in the space of serving each other, which is using my platform for people to give resources, give information, become resourceful, becoming helpful. Because this is the way. This is the real way. People been talking for years. People been saying what needs to be happening for years, but if you check that person's record, did they actually go out and put boots on the ground? The answer is no. The answer is no. Are they a real example of what they want actually to be done or see out here in the community? You gotta be the example that you want to see. Nobody was given the right blueprint on life when they was born. There was no instructions. We came here whatever way we came, and we dealt with it, or however the situation ended up. But once you get to a certain point in life, you got to say, okay, from this point forward, this is how I'm going to conduct myself. This is how I'm going to conduct my family, my friends, my behavior. It's got to happen. And everybody's route to that decision is different. Everybody's route to the decision to say, I'm going to be a resource and a help. It's everybody purpose in life, everybody way that they got to that decision is different, but it all ends with the same goal. And that's to make change. And if we can all just get to the goal of making change, even if it's with us taking the steps and doing a little so nobody got to do a lot, that's the beginning of a great change. That's the beginning of a real village. The conversation of a village, people are numb to because the people that's talking about making the village ain't really taking the steps to make the village and be about that action to create the village. And then the ones that are trying to create the village, y'all don't even follow them. Y'all come against them. You know, it's topsy-turvy. It's topsy-turvy. It's no real solid formula other than that we decide that we're going to have this type of outcome in our community by us changing ourselves. Understand what I'm saying, Truth Nation. And that starts with us. And if we don't want to see a lot of children dying in the streets, if we don't want to see a lot of innocent lives being lost, then we got to take action and say, we're not going to tolerate this as individuals. In your household, in the friends you make. Stopping the negative at the door. Not allowing people to get all raggedy and talking out the side of their face. Causing tempers to flare. Causing discord among brethren. Shut it down. And that's completely free. You don't have to pay nothing to do that. That's something that you can do today. That you can work on today. Hey, look, when we come back, we're going to have more conversation. Truth Nation, stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Tune into the award-winning 1017 The Truth's Black Business Give Back Spotlight next Tuesday at 3:57 p.m. between the Tory Lowe Show and Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris. We'll be joined by Erica Odom, owner of Odom Investments and Property Management. We will discuss how they are making a difference in the real estate world through property management and by offering competitive prices to buy your home. So again, tune into the Black Business Give Back Spotlight with Odom Investments and Property Management next Tuesday at 3:57 p.m. on the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
The Alpha Phi Alpha Delta Chi Lambda 7 Jewels Foundation Incorporated has supported over 125 young men through the Young Gentleman's Scholarship Botillion.
We're asking for your support to help continue this important work and empower the next generation of leaders. Through this program, young men receive mentorship, personal development, and scholarships to achieve their dreams.
We need your help to raise over $20,000 in scholarships, including a $5,000 grand prize.
Call 414-364-2835 to make a difference today. Support the Botillion, invest in the future of our young men.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that a lot of life's firsts are better with help from American Family Insurance. Like your first home expansion or your first big lightning strike. There's a first for everything. Get the right home policy at the right price with the right help from American Family's agents. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
It's 1017 The Truth's Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. There's lots of buzz surrounding the draft, but you won't find one seeping through Pella's windows and doors. In fact, you should make Pella your #1 pick because right now you can take advantage of no interest financing options or free glass upgrades as long as you order by April 30th. Make a statement by adding Pella's architectural interest inside and out with maximum design flexibility. Their talented designers and installers can match your unique home through dramatic sizes, custom colors, finishes, profiles, product types, and more. Along with durable and distinguished details, all Pella products stand the test of time, which is why they confidently offer the best wood warranty in the industry. Don't miss out on no-interest financing options or free glass upgrades at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Certain restrictions apply, and the deal ends April 30th, so place your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
What the deal? Big. I got 2 phones, one for the plug and one for the load. I got 2 phones, one for the and one for the load. Think I need 2 more. Line popping, I'm ring, ring, ring. Count money while it ring, ring, ring.
Calling all Black-owned business owners and entrepreneurs. Are you looking to share your story and grow your reach? We have teamed up with Associated Bank for our Black-owned business give back. Each quarter, 4 lucky business owners will win an opportunity to spotlight their brand and journey right here on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. To sign up for our business spotlight interviews, visit blackbusinessgiveback.com. That's blackbusinessgiveback.com. Let's rebuild our community's backbone through exposure on the truth. For official rules, head to blackbusinessgiveback.com. Associated Bank, member FDIC. Also, tune into the award-winning 1017 The Truth Business Spotlight today at 3:57 p.m. between the Tory Lowe Show and the Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris. We'll be speaking with Erica Crawley and Shawanda Lendingbird from Community Advocates and the Rental Housing Center, Community Center. They will discuss the steps they are taking to address the disparities in housing. Hey, look, once again, that's the Business Spotlight today with Community Advocates and the Rental Housing Community Center at 3:57 p.m. on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Like, we gotta make sure we tap into the resources. So once again, at 3:57 p.m., we'll be talking to Community Advocates and the Rental Housing Community Center. Tap in, get them resources, Truth Nation. Also, I want to go down to Jackson, Mississippi, where they're saying that the Mississippi governor signed a bill eliminating state income taxes. Governor Tate Reeves signed a bill into law that will eliminate the state income tax. That sounds good, DJ Brother Z. We got video on this. We're going to head down to Mississippi. If y'all watching as we broadcast live, we got video. Let's listen.
Well, there was lots of excitement outside the governor's mansion here as he signed the bill into effect. Governor Tate Reeves saying this will help the working people and draw more people into the state. Now, the bill will drop income tax by 0.25% each year until 2030 when it reaches 3%. The grocery tax will also be cut from its current 7%, the highest in the nation, to 5% in a one-time cut effective July 1st. And to make up for the funding cut, the gas tax will gradually increase 9 cents from the current rate of 18 cents per gallon. Governor Reeves sharing how this will benefit Mississippians.
I believe in a simple idea that government should take less so that you can keep more. That our people should be rewarded for hard work, not punished. And that Mississippi has the potential to be a magnet for opportunity.
All right.
And along with the governor, the Lieutenant Governor Delbert Hosemann and House Speaker Jason White also shared their thoughts on the bill. For now, I'm live at the governor's mansion. Crystal Tisdale.
All right. Now, this is the thing that got me scratching my head, DJ Brother Z. So they trying to, eliminate this tax, right? And they're saying that to make up for the funding cut, the gas tax will gradually increase 9 cents from the current rate of 18 cents per gallon. It will then increase to 27 cents by just so. If y'all get it, I don't know, because they may be trying to eliminate one thing, but it seems like they're increasing another thing, so they still gonna get the money some kind of way. It get tricky. It sounds like it get tricky, but when I was listening to this, I was like, okay, from my logic, okay, that sounds slick. It sounds slick. Governor is signing to eliminate state income taxes, but they're gonna get you on the gas bill, and sometimes that be the highest bill. The gas and electric bill. I don't know. If y'all want to chime into today's conversation, 833-212-1017. Somebody let me know if my thoughts ain't calculating. If they about to increase the gas, like sometimes the electric bill be half the rent. Then they don't even talk about the water bill. If y'all got to pay the water bill, they taxing on that. I don't know. It sounded slick at first, DJ Brother Z. But they're going to hit you I guess Mississippi is not as cold as Wisconsin. So, maybe they going to get them with the AC, because if it's hot and you got AC, I think it still come out whether you using heat or AC. Sometimes people think it's cool because they go into the hot areas. Well, if you got the air conditioner on all year round, that's the electric bill. Ain't that, electric and gas? I don't know. I don't know if that's a win or not. Somebody help me out. Hit me up in the talk to text. Hit me up in the chat. I just wanted to say, hey, at first I thought it was powerful. But then I started hearing that and I know many times when that gas bill and that electric bill hit and that water bill hit, hey, Barnyard said, let's all go to the White House, let the door open, hey, let the flies out, I don't know, let the files out. Oh, let the files out, the being in the house all day. I don't know. Maybe you had to rewrite that. Or maybe I read it wrong. I don't know. But it's another story that I wanted to get to before it got too late. And this story right here is crazy. And I was talking to DJ Brother Z. I said, I don't see how this woman got these 5 men to do something like this. We got to head over to Ohio, where a woman ordered 5 men that she was in a romantic relationship with. She had 5 of them that she was in a romantic relationship together. They were all working together, and they tortured a 26-year-old man. This is what police say. 6 people are charged for kidnapping and beating a man, but the ringleader was this Martina Jones. And if y'all watching live and y'all see Martina Jones, hey, she had 5 men under control and had directed them to do this. This is interesting. If y'all watching as we broadcast live, y'all probably need to tap in as we broadcast live because we got video of this. I'm going to let y'all can watch it for yourself as we broadcast live. But this is an interesting situation where this woman had 5 boyfriends and she talked them into torturing this young man, this 26-year-old for, I think that was a while. It went on for a second. We got video. Let's listen.
Police arrested 6 people who they say kidnapped a man and then held him against his will at a hotel for over a week. 13 Action News reporter Matt Merchant joins us live now at that Red Roof Inn with what we've learned about the suspects today. Matt.
Sasham, 6 different people are facing charges of assault and kidnapping of a 26-year-old man. I spoke to the police chief today. He told me that he believes the group was planning on leaving the area, but police were able to make their arrest before they got the chance. A mother raced to the Red Roof Inn on South Reynolds Road to help her son, who she was told was being held against his will. Maumee police were called to the hotel for a disturbance. On March 21st, an investigation began. It resulted in the arrest of 6 different people with charges ranging from felonious assault and domestic violence to kidnapping. Maumee Police Chief Josh Sprouse says the victim was transported between 2 locations, a room at Red Roof Inn and a home in Toledo, being held against his will.
He was being essentially tortured, assaulted over the time frame of a week. His injuries were results of being struck with a baseball bat, fist, elbows, stomping on him when he was on the ground, which over time resulted in multiple fractured bones.
The chief said the group assaulting the 26-year-old deprived him of food, sleep, and made him stand for extensive periods of time. He said based on information gathered that Martina Esquada was calling the shots among the group. He says the woman had a romantic relationship with the other male suspects, which involved multiple children. The victim told police that she ordered them to assault him. Police say the group would let the victim out of the hotel on occasion, and that's what led to them being caught.
Friday, he was allowed to leave the room to go to Speedway, and when he was there, he made contact with an individual who was able to contact the victim's mother. When she was contacted by this, literally a stranger, she knew something was up.
After warrants were obtained, Maumee police watched the hotel and caught the remaining suspects. As for the victim, the mother immediately took him to a hospital where he got treatment.
It's clearly a strange situation when you have multiple adult men involved in a relationship with a female, and then this whole felonious assault, kidnapping taking place. Is definitely not something that is normally happening in our city. Main thing is that we did find the guy soon enough to get the medical treatment needed.
Oh, wow. I thought I saw somebody that looked like Eddie up in there. Wow. Like, this woman had 5 romantic guys that she had romantic relationship with, and they said she was the ringleader in all of this. All I'm saying is when I see stories like this, and people talk about, they can't deal with one person. Not only she was dealing with all 5 of these men, she had the 5 men work together to get somebody else. All 6 of them are facing multiple charges of allegedly kidnapping this young, and they let him go to the Speedway. This is what I don't understand. Okay, we beating you up, we fracture some of your bones. And wait, can y'all stop beating on me so I can go to the Subway and grab me some snacks? They said they would let him out, occasionally let him out to go. That's how they got caught. What Al in the chat? Al said it sounds like methamphetamine. It sounds like meth. Hey, it had to be some drugs involved in this. Somebody said y'all better not be playing with Martina. Hey, Martina. Hey, somebody said she must have fed them some spaghetti. Some of y'all can't get one person under control.
Bruh.
Hey, not saying that, you know what I mean, y'all couldn't, but I'm just saying. She don't even look like the type of female that could have actually pulled this off. She might got that good. I don't know.
Bruh.
I'm just damn. Hey, look, when we come back, we gonna be joined on the lines by advocate Arthur Elizabeth Brown. Truth Nation. Truth Nation, stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Bust it out. More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Keep your business safe, secure, and spotless with the Omega Security Guard and Cleaning Team. Proudly located in Milwaukee and female-owned, Omega delivers professional security and tailored cleaning services to meet your needs. Whether it's event security or a custom cleaning plan, their dedicated team goes above and beyond to exceed your expectations. Because at Omega, they're not just your service provider, they're your partner in peace of mind. Contact Omega Security Guard today or online at omegasecurityguard.com. Omega Security Guard and Cleaning, protecting what matters most.
America is kept safe because the Army National Guard responds, protects, and supports our nation when it needs them most. The Army National Guard responds to disasters such as wildfires and floods. They protect us with missile defense, cybersecurity, and civilian support teams for chemical, biological, and radiological hazards. Be there for your community and your country. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about part-time service. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Army National Guard. Aired by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association and this station.
It's time for Truth Takes, a thought-provoking commentary on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Here is Sherwin Hughes with his truth.
Most people don't know that a county executive is a higher elected position than a mayor. Most people don't know what a state assembly representative does, a state senator, nor their function in overall state government. Most people, in fact, don't know what a school board representative actually does. Ask a person who their county board supervisor is, and they'll likely shrug their shoulders. Also, most people don't vote. We're in for a world of hurt. If we don't know the functions of our government at the very basic level, then we are not nearly equipped for what is going to happen to this nation for the next 4 years. All they had to do was tell unsophisticated folks gas prices are too high, inflation is too high, bacon and eggs cost too much. It's this guy's fault. It's this party's fault. Vote for us. Don't think about the criminal prosecutions. Don't think about all the malfeasance. Don't think about all of the misconduct and the corruption. We're going to make your bacon cheaper. We're going to make your eggs cheaper. We're also going to gut the FBI. We're also going to gut anything related to diversity, equity, and inclusion. We're going to shred this nation from the top to the bottom, all in favor of a handful of folks. How about this? Let's tell people that immigrants are actually the problem. And then Vivek Ramaswamy and Elon Musk will bring in the most highly trained immigrants this nation has ever seen. Why? Because Americans are none the wiser. Don't believe me? Look at public school children's performance, not just in Milwaukee, not just in Wisconsin, but nationwide. Get ready for a long ride, ladies and gentlemen. A very long ride.
This has been Truth Takes on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Listen to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat, brought to you by Lowe's.com. With AI booming and platforms like TikTok and YouTube, the barrier to entry for creatives looking to share their content has never been lower. Ty Randolph is a longtime media executive. She worked for Kevin Hart's Heartbeat Media Company and serves as interim consulting CEO at Rock the Bells. She talked to Bloomberg about how today's tech is impacting the creator landscape.
You have this real rise that's happening with creator empowerment, and now there's this big accessibility, right? There's more personalization and control control, and that is big for studios and for even distributors. But then you have this, real battle from an IP and ownership perspective that's akin to a Napster-like moment in the music industry.
While creators have more cheap but highly capable tools than ever before, Randall says we're still learning how it'll impact the creator economy, and especially creators of color. I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Snide. After starting the season 0-4, the Milwaukee Brewers have now won 2 straight games, including a series win over the Royals on Wednesday, thanks to a walk-off bunt single from Bryce Terrain in the bottom of the 11th inning.
First pitch, bunting it up the first baseline. It's a good bunt. Racing home is done. He will score. Bryce Terrain gets the job done, and the Brewers walk off the Royals on this Wednesday afternoon. And the crew, after dropping Game 1 on Monday, have won the series against Kansas City.
The 2-4 Milwaukee Brewers now will welcome in the Cincinnati Reds to begin a 4-game series. Tonight's first pitch set for 6:40. And lastly, over to the NBA, where the Milwaukee Bucks will be on the road in Philly to take on the 76ers. Tip-off is set for 6 p.m. This sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
It's bigger than black and white. It's a problem with the whole way of life. It can't change overnight. But we gotta start somewhere. Might as well go ahead, start here. We done had a hell of a year. I'ma make it count while I'm here. God is the only
At Great Impressions Graphics and Printing, they have been proudly serving the community for over 26 years from their location at the corner of 54th and Burleigh in Milwaukee. Their dedication to quality and customer satisfaction has made them a trusted name in printing and design. They offer a wide range of services, including banners, posters, yard signs, business cards, programs, and postcards. Plus, they specialize in custom apparel printing. Protect your perfect for family reunions, sport outings, business promotions, and more. For your next project, visit greatimpressions.com. That's greatimpressions.com. Great Impressions. We are here when you need us. Joining me on the lines is advocate author Elizabeth Brown. How you doing, Queen?
Salute, King. Happy Thursday.
Hey, happy Thursday. Hey, we covered a lot of ground on the show today. Hey, I'm going to let you have the floor. What do you want to discuss?
I mean, everything you discussed was pivotal. I think, the main thing that stood out was the fact of, the gender wars,
right?
The agenda of, pointing the finger, and in reality goes back to what the elder said. When you point one finger at somebody else, you got 3 pointing right back at you. The bottom line is we are failing as a people,
right,
across the board, in totality. And what we have to do instead of standing and pointing is looking in the mirror and seeing what you could do better. I'm finding it that it's easy for us to tell everybody else or somebody else what it is that they're doing wrong. And from what I'm seeing, the people that's telling everybody what they should be doing ain't doing enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you got time to dictate what somebody else need to be doing, that means you got time to be bettering your situation. For whatever reason, you need to uplift yourself. Like, there's no limit to becoming the greatest version of yourself. You know what I'm saying? So the reality is that we suffering as a community, not only because of the individuality, but the reality that we all can do better, no matter what that looks like, and I think there's no better time than the present to not just, call it out. You really have to be able to find the root cause. And the majority of the time, the harsh reality is the root cause really be you. You have to tap in and take accountability for the things that you're not doing or the things that you could be doing better. You know, I think if we put our attention on working on making ourselves better, I think everything around us would get better in reality, instead of, you know, looking around and pointing for telling everybody else what they can do. If everybody just, you know, hold themselves accountable to be a greater version of whatever version of themselves they are now, to become better, because that's the whole goal of this universal life, is for you to excel to the highest levels. And I think we all, you know, got work to do.
And I'll say this, when I'm sitting in a space where and everybody pointing fingers, I already know ain't nothing gonna happen. You know what I mean? The conversation start off with what nobody. No, I'm here to see what we finna do. You know what I mean? I'm not here for all of that. We already know. Everybody can see that something ain't working.
Absolutely.
So what we here to, where the instructions are on how we moving forward. That's where we got to be. We got to be right there.
Absolutely.
How we moving forward? What is the instructions and what day and the time that we need to gather? That's it. You know what I mean? Or what is the call to action that we got to approach? Yeah, that's about it.
Because one thing we understand is whatever we doing not working. You understand what I'm saying? And that's standing there and pointing at who done what. So what we can agree on is it's all messed up. What are we going to do from here to move forward? You know what I'm saying? Because, again, especially in the black community, because we got everybody, you know what I'm saying, giving their opinions about what's happening in our community right along with us, feeling like you have to choose a side of a male or a female. The reality is right and wrong. And if you're not right, then you're dead wrong. So the reality of that is, what can we do from right now, understanding the egregiousness of the acts that are taking place in our community? Because at the end of the day, the only people that's truly suffering is the children.
And that's
because we haven't got it together.
And that's the situation that, you know, when we had to start the show, we had to talk about this 6-year-old King that they call King from 51st and Hope, that, you know, was gunned down, you know, in the city of Milwaukee. And we, you know, when we talk about calls to actions, we have to make sure that we're doing things, being ahead of the curve, being proactive with our loved ones, with our friends, with the people that's around us, letting them know that we're not going to tolerate negativity many times, that, you know, when we talk about our loved ones or friends or people are out here that's reckless driving and that's out here acting reckless, many times we talk to them before they go out and do it. You know what I mean? We got to put in our good word. We got to put in that positive word. We got to create an environment to say that we're going to be on the positive side of things. And that takes a whole community to start contributing to do that. And then when they do, they understand that this is not something that we're going to support.
Absolutely. And that's what we need to do. Start promoting, you know, like we've said from the duration of the Tory Lowe show. If we start to uplift, you know, and not condone the BS versus finding it funny or you thinking it's cute or, you know what I'm saying, you out rallying free little Tay-Tay or free Mike and know that they violated, you know what I'm saying, somebody innocent. They out here made an innocent victim. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be out here making victims and we out here promoting or condoning you doing that. You know what I'm saying? We have to ostracize individuals to this point because it's not getting no better. Like, there has to be more that we can do to uplift, to empower, to manifest the positivity by not only talking about it, but being the example that you talking about you want to see. The majority of the time we are copycats. You know, we set trends. Let's set the trend of becoming the greatest version of yourself and make the individual those that are low vibrating feel uncomfortable all the time to a point where they so uncomfortable that they get so uncomfortable that they go do their homework and mess around and find out that positivity is where you need to be.
That's sounding powerful. That's sounding powerful, Elizabeth Brown. Hey, look, when we come back, I want to get your final thoughts on the show today, Elizabeth. Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Start jamming in the morning and get your daily drop of juice.
Juice gets you hydrated and started for your day. And that's what we plan to do from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m.
Every single morning, we're going to be keeping you in the mix, talking about everything you care about all before 9 a.m.
So wipe that crust out your eyes and get ready for jamming with juice.
Turning your mornings into your favorite part of the day.
Get that stank breath out of here. Brush your teeth.
It's it, bro. Like, what? Catch Jammin' with Juice
from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m.
Good morning, Milwaukee.
Great impressions will exceed your expectations. Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
At Great Impressions Graphics and Printing, they've been proudly serving the community for over 26 years. From their location at the corner of 54th and Burleigh in Milwaukee, their dedication to quality and customer satisfaction has made them a trusted name in printing and design. Great Impressions offer a wide range of services, including banners, posters, yard signs, business cards, programs, and postcards. Plus, they specialize in custom apparel printing, perfect for family reunions, sports outings, business promotions, and more. For your next project, visit greatimpress.com. That's greatimpress.com. Great Impressions. They're here when you need them.
Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
Experience, knowledge, results. That's what really matters when you need help after a serious truck accident. You'll need a lawyer experienced in fighting and winning for people just like you. Gruber Law Offices has the resources, strong track record of success, and a team of experienced lawyers to take care of your needs. We've successfully helped people injured in big truck accidents for more than 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Maya is always on the move, and so is her money. Buy this here, deposit that there. She and her money are a lot to keep track of. Good thing Maya banks with Landmark Credit Union and uses their amazing mobile app. Maya checks her balance, deposits checks, pays bills, even transfers money between friends. So while Maya's coming and going, she can see her funds coming, going, and, best of all, growing. Landmark Credit Union. Banking made easy. Insured by NCUA.
The Alpha Phi Alpha, Delta Chi Lambda, 7 Jewels Foundation Incorporated has supported over 125 young men through the Young Gentlemen's Scholarship Botillion.
We're asking for your support to help continue this important work and empower the next generation of leaders. Through this program, young men receive mentorship, personal development, and scholarships to achieve their dreams.
We need your help to raise over $20,000 in scholarships, including a $5,000 grand prize.
Call 414-364-2835 to make a difference today. Support the Botillion, invest in the future of our young men.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation, gear up for a great time as Sports Milwaukee hosts Milwaukee Tailgate Week presented by Potawatomi Sportsbook. Set for April 24th through the 26th, Milwaukee Tailgate Week features a variety of gridiron activations for all ages steeped in Milwaukee's iconic sports history, attractions, brews, restaurants, and venues. As the 2025 draft takes center stage in Green Bay, Sports Milwaukee and the Cream City are excited to welcome the football world back to Wisconsin. Get 50% off general admission tickets by using promo code VISIT. For tickets, go to visitmilwaukee.org/tailgate. Brought to you by Visit Milwaukee, handcrafted, homegrown, world class. Joining me on the lines, Elizabeth Brown. Elizabeth Brown, this interesting story out of Ohio. A woman ordered 5 men. She was romantically engaged with or dealing with to kidnap a 26-year-old and torture them for a whole week. Then let them go to the gas station or the speedway on his own, and that's how they got caught.
I mean, the world's dumbest criminals. I don't. Drugs have to be involved. I mean.
So I'm gonna beat you up for a whole week. I'm gonna kidnap you, beat you down for a whole week, and then it's like, okay, I gotta go to the gas station. Time out. I gotta run to the gas station and grab me some snacks.
I mean, it's a rare time now for I'm running into a lot of individuals that. I mean, or
I'm
either it's one of those things too where I'm glad he got away too. Again, it was meant to be. Ain't no telling, his prayers worked. Right. Whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because the reality was that when you have that many people beating on you, he could have had a broke rib, a punctured lung. That could have caused death. But it just goes to show, there is a higher power that he got away. But the reality is, we're dealing in a traumatic time where, a lot of people are low vibrating. A lot of people are evil. And doing demonic things. It's taking place, and the toxicity that we're seeing at high levels where we're losing babies, and again, it don't even matter the race of the individual, it's a battle between good and evil. And I'll just say, make sure you vibrating at your highest. Make sure that you're thinking clearly. Make sure that, you keeping your emotions in check and making sure you staying visual, because the reality is that it's them today and it could be one of us tomorrow, The goal is right now, I think, like I said, as a people who have never had repair, being traumatized on a daily, is just best for us to make sure we in tune with our star player and making sure that the energy that's surrounding us and the energy that we putting out is positive. And like I said, love changes things, and that's action. So let's get it.
Look, I appreciate you for being on these front lines as usual, Elizabeth Brown.
Hey,
we got a lot of work to do.
Let's get it.
All right. Well, thank you for tapping in. I'll talk to you soon, Queen. All right, DJ Brothers.
Hey, one love, King.
All right, Queen. All right, Toyota for Waterfall. Green don't always mean go. Let's get it.
All right, Truth Nation. Look, let me tell you something. We got to make sure that we're practicing to not allow the negativity to lead. If it ain't working, we can switch directions, find a better way to make it work, but you don't have to go through the pain and the abuse of allowing negativity to run your life. Hey, look, we here for it. I appreciate y'all for tuning in to the show today. Hey, look, let's see how long we can go before another child is harmed in the city. Put the word out. No innocent life being harmed. No children, no women, nobody, no productive citizens. We got to stand up. Hey, look, keep your head on a swivel. Green don't always mean go and look both ways before you cross the streets. I love you. Dr. Ken Harris up next.
Today's Business Spotlight on the award-winning 1017 The Truth is sponsored by Community Advocates. Now, I am happy to be joined by Erica Crowley, the Rental Housing Resource Director, and Shawana Lindenberg, the Housing Department Manager. Now, my very first question that I have for you ladies is, how does the Rental Housing Resource Center ensure that the voices of marginalized communities are heard and their needs are met in your programs?
Well, one of the things we do at the RHR